silent run. We are down the strike, that's true. We're also now down to our second run of the day. Remove a card from your deck, obtain 100 gold, choose a rare card to obtain, or swap out for a boss relic. Swapping out for a boss relic seems like the obvious favorite here. Let's consider the other ones. Remove a card. Let's look for pathing, just see if anything weird is happening. Looks like we're probably going to a store. That's kind of weird. I guess there's this 3-fight, 2 question mark route over here. That gets 2 elites. That seems probably okay. Yeah, I'd take 100 gold if it was like 3 fights, 2 question marks, and then a shop, and then an elite. I'd take 100 gold. But I don't think I'm taking it here. Not 2 fights and then shop. That's too early. I guess I have 3 fights, a single question mark, and a shop. So maybe if this question mark is like the Serpent event, that could be pretty good. Also a 2 elite route. The elites are structured so awkwardly here. I guess there is a 3 elite route that's an option. That's this way, but we're not surviving that. That's 3 elites in a row with no resting. Hey, alien. How's it going? So I think we're probably going to be going on this route, which means we do want gold. Because I don't think 5 fights and then an elite is probably wise. We could just take the boss relic swap and then buy like a potion and a card here. It's not like a huge efficiency cost to like waste 1 floor on an ineffective shop. Let's see, what did we do in the other route? We do 3 fights and then an elite, and then a fight and a fire. And then we get a nice late shop. That's I like that a lot. So probably I think we're going to do the boss relic swap and then go here. Also, if we don't like this elite, we can just go to a fire here and take the elite slightly later. Still possibly getting 2, although this looks hard. Alright, swap it is. Cursed Key. Okay, so that late shop could get rid of the curse from here if we're willing to carry the curse through an elite in the hallway fight. I don't think with Curse Key from Niao it's correct to skip all chests. I think skipping all chests is a very high cost to be paying. So I think we want to be at least planning on opening the first chest we see. Or the first mid-act chest. We may be seeing a chest from like a question mark or something. I was in Redbeardy's chat arguing that that actually 5 of the curses qualify as high rolls, and I think it requires a somewhat charitable definition of high roll, and that Redbeardy correctly quibbled on the breakpoint of what the difference between a high roll and a low roll is. But I think any of the curses that don't like actively hurt you are not too bad, and are generally like survivable in exchange for a relic. Why do you have to click leave after that? I don't like that. Alright, so we get to clown on hallway fights, as is our privilege, getting whatchamacallit, energy relic from Niao. So normally Jawworm is like kind of a problem, but not for 4 energy floor 1 silent. No sir. I would expect to lose 0 health at this most of the time. Okay, what does Key do? Curse Key is an energy relic, so we get an extra energy, but then whenever we open a chest, so like the guaranteed mid-act chest and any chest you get from a question mark, but importantly, not the boss chest, so the chest after the boss does not count. I guess it says non-boss, so it's fairly explicit. You get a curse, and some of the curses are bad, some of the curses are not so bad. All of them are at least kind of bad. Dagger Spray and Sucker Punch seem like the obvious picks. Infinite Blades is a bit of a galaxy brain pick. Sometimes it can be really good, but... yeah. Yeah, I don't think there's any, like, rare curses or anything. I think they're all 100% equally weighted. Other than, like, the curse from, like, Calling Bell and Necronomicon. Those are, I guess you would call those rare curses? Special curses? Whatever. Event curses. I guess that, like, Rive is slightly more common than the other ones, because there's the Mausoleum event that gives it to you. And Winding Halls? Does Winding Halls give you a Rive? I think Dagger Spray is really good. Sucker Punch is pretty helpful. Sucker Punch, especially an upgraded Sucker Punch, can save you 10 health in the Lagavulin fight. And Lagavulin is a big obstacle for early silent decks. Dagger Spray is more useful in hallway fights and sentries. I thought Winding Halls was how you set up your Defect Infinite combo decks. I'm unfamiliar with this 3 max HP option you're referring to. If we pick Sucker Punch, we lean a little bit into Poison, which might not be super obvious from looking at Sucker Punch, because it doesn't say Poison on it. But later in the game, there's enemies with artifact charges, and Sucker Punch helps remove them, and then we can get our Poison onto those targets. But I think we're taking Dagger Spray here. It's too good. It does 8 damage AoE unupgraded and 12 damage AoE upgraded, which is just a heck of a lot. Worth noting that Dagger Spray is kind of horrible against Lagavulin, because it scales down twice as quickly as normal. So when strikes are doing 4 damage, Dagger Spray will be doing 4 damage as well. So it goes from, rather than from 8 to 4, it goes from, or sorry, rather than from 6 to 4, it goes from 8 to 4, and then it goes to 0. So, in Ascension 18 plus, I think. But we're not, that's not happening yet. That's the future. At least 1 defend and 2 strikes are happening. We could do the last strike to try and set up for lethal. Pretty unlikely lethal. I think it actually can't happen, so let's not set up for it. Try to survive it with 0 health lost. It is reasonable. We'll set up for lethal next turn. Yay! Okay. There's a Catalyst. Catalyst is a big card for Silence. Silence everywhere are always watching out for their Catalyst opportunity. You hate to see it on floor 2. It's not when you want it. You want your Catalyst on floor 20. That's the sweet spot. You got a bunch of poison. Catalyst helps you finish off hard fights. Floor 2 Catalyst is a curse, basically, because we don't have any poison. And we're sort of committing to an archetype that we don't have support for. We're very likely to find support for it. And it's very nice to just like pick a card on floor 2 that solves your single target scaling damage for the heart in whatever 53 floors. But you have to carry that Catalyst all the way there. Although, after, 10 or 15 floors, Catalyst starts carrying you. Is Dagger Spray strong enough to pick Catalyst on floor 2? I think it might be. Curse Key 2, so we're like ahead currently. Piercing Wail is also fine. Sneaky Strike is situationally okay. Let's take the high variance, high reward play. Catalyst is appropriate. Definitely risky, but I think worth doing. Let's see. So I think our plan for pathing was these 2 question marks. We could take a shop instead if we wanted to for some reason. We did just pick up a Catalyst, so if we go to the shop and buy a poison card, that would give us a pretty significant little immediate power bump. That does commit us to doing this elite rather than this one first. But getting that fire before the elite is pretty useful. Currently, we haven't lost any health to hallway fights, so we're not super concerned with getting the fire before the elite. And in fact, fire after the elite is probably better in this circumstance. I am a little bit worried about elite followed by hallway fight. It is possible to die there. And that doesn't happen for this path, although it does. We do elite hallway fight. So I think we're going to favor the left path like we planned. Save up on money for a better shop. Face Trader. We don't have, what is it? The one that gets rid of weak. It's not ginger, whatever. We don't have the relic that makes faces good. I think we just skip this. There is a late shop, so we could theoretically take some money here. This would be our first health lost of the run. So if we are in the mood to trade health for power here, maybe that's a good idea. We are fighting only 2 elites, so trading health for power is nominally a good idea. I don't think Face Trader gives you a very good rate of your health for power. If you compare, for example, to Scrap Ooze lets you trade usually, like, what is it, like 14 health? I think 14 is the average. I did the math for this one time. Usually 14 health for a relic. And 14 health for a relic is quite a bit better than 6 health for 50 gold. The Shining Light event lets you trade like 20 health for 2 upgrades. 20 health for 2 upgrades is often something I would skip, but I think it's still probably better than the Face Trader event. It's like, you get sort of, at this rate, you'd pay about 150 gold for 2 upgrades. It's kind of like buying a, whatchamacallit, like war paint at a shop. It costs like 180 or something. So I think we're just gonna leave this. No thank you, Face Trader. Maybe on another day. Ouch. Tiger Spray. Not killing anybody here. We'll get rid of the Catalyst because we have nothing that procs it, so we don't want to draw it again. That is all happening. Blocking out, doing some damage, killing the little slime. All seems reasonable. Riddle with Holes, Leg Sweep, and Masterful Stab. Riddle with Holes is kind of interesting with Dagger Spray because now we've taken our only damage cards are multi-attack cards. So we got Dagger Spray and Riddle with Holes. So that puts us on notice for strength scaling opportunities. Masterful Stab is usually a skip for me. Masterful Stab, on the surface of it, seems like it might be a good card. Silent has some 0 mana card synergy stuff. Does 12 damage. It's a lot of damage. I mean, Riddle with Holes does 15 and it costs 2. Paying 0 for a Masterful Stab is a way better rate. But the problem with Masterful Stab is it's bad when you're losing, and things that are bad when you're losing make your deck very unstable. So as soon as you start taking a little bit of damage, then all of a sudden your Masterful Stab costs 4 and you never play it. And having a card that's bad when you're losing makes you much more likely to lose. So I think Masterful Stab is probably not a good idea. Also, there's a bit of an archetype in Silent for doing intangible stuff. There's a Wraith form, and Silents frequently take apparitions, if I can find them. Apparitions cause you to take 1 damage lots of times, because you're like, I don't care about block, I'm intangible, or like, I can't block, because I don't have any decks, because I'm blocking with Wraith form. And that's a sure way to make Masterful Stab extremely expensive. I've never seen this happen, but presumably against the Heart, Masterful Stab can end up costing like 30. I would like to see that someday. Not today. Also, Leg Sweep is amazing. Hard to pass a Leg Sweep, although it is floor 4. Masterful Stab at 22. Yikes. Yeah, Masterful Stab for 0 does a lot more damage per energy than Riddle with Holes does, but Masterful Stab for 22, that's a pretty bad damage per energy. I wonder what the most expensive Masterful Stab that someone's ever actually played is. Silent doesn't have access to much energy manipulation, but there is some. But primarily in the form of energy next turn stuff. So I could see a Silent getting up to like 10 energy. I wonder if like a 10 mana Masterful Stab has ever been played. I think it's probably Riddle with Holes. Not generally super happy to pick a Riddle with Holes, but we picked a Catalyst, so we need to. We can't just like pick defensive cards forever. We like only have Dagger Spray, and we need to win the Lagavulin fight. Unfortunately, Riddle with Holes is actually quite bad in Lagavulin because of the you forgot the X cost card. Doppelganger. Doppelganger is a way to get a lot of energy. Yeah, if you could do like a Chemical X Doppelganger, you could probably get up to like, I don't know. I guess if you were able to play Doppelganger on consecutive turns, you could kind of double your energy. So, yeah, so Doppel does count as energy, right? Because it's like, if you do like a bunch of energy next turn stuff, and then you have like a Chemical X Doppel, like you're gonna get a lot of energy. I want the Riddle with Holes because it aligns with Dagger Spray, but like strength scaling is not frequently available for Silent, and I just feel like if we just shuffle really poorly against Lagavulin, we're gonna have a Riddle with Holes that does 5 damage, and a Dagger Spray that does 4 damage, and we're gonna lose. So that's scary. We've got one more card reward to fix it. We could just take Leg Sweep. I guess every class could get Ice Cream, and if you have Ice Cream, you can have infinite energy, right? So if you like have Ice Cream and you play like double Nightmare combo, and you have like Tungsten Rod, Wraith Form, you can wait forever. So you could get up to like thousands of energy with Silent, I guess. Man, Riddle with Holes is both a bad card and it's bad for the scariest fight that's coming up. It's theoretically in a vacuum. That's right, in a frictionless heart fight. Imagine a heart suspended on a perfect fulcrum. I guess the heart is kind of set up like a pendulum problem, so maybe it's a pendulum heart. Leg Sweep is so much better than Riddle with Holes. But then if we don't get an attack here, we can't fight this elite. Massless zero-dimensional heart. I love it. It's a point heart. Okay, if we pick Leg Sweep and we don't see a whatchamacallit, an attack here, do we just dodge the elite? And go to multiple fires? But then what if we don't get an attack here either? Like, are we just dodging every elite in the act because we picked stupid cards? I don't see a smart pick here, unfortunately. Like, Riddle with Holes is the only pickable attack. I think Masterful Stab. Maybe we do pick Masterful Stab? Oh my god. Is that what's happening? We're behind because of the Catalyst. We're ahead because of the Cursed Key. We're afraid of Lagavulin because we're silent. And we picked Dagger Spray. Is Masterful Stab the way we catch up against Lagavulin? The primary reason Leg Sweep is no pick is because we We're on floor 4, and we've only picked 1 attack. That's true, we do have 4 energy. I think maybe I just have like an unreasonable hatred of Masterful Stab. I'm just like really not a fan. But I guess I'm not a fan of Riddle with Holes either, and if we don't take an attack, we're gonna lose to Lagavulin. So we should just take the attack that's better against Lagavulin, and that's Masterful Stab. Yeah, we don't have any strength scaling, so like the Riddle with Holes, Dagger Spray, Strength Scaling Dream is not currently alive, so we shouldn't pick any cards based on it. Masterful Stab is such a eat your broccoli pick here. I hate it. Attack is more important than defense. Yes, it is. For early card picks, attack is vastly more important than defense. The primary reasons for that are Lagavulin and Gremlin Knob will both just like murder you if you hang out for too long. Kind of for different reasons. Gremlin Knob just like does more damage than you can block for, and Lagavulin will just debuff you until none of your cards work, and then kill you. So if your plan is to defend and like block out, then like both of those will kill you. All right, fine. Yuck. I don't like it. All right, let's target the one who's buffing himself. Knock out. Okay. Taking 2 and setting up to kill you with a Dagger Spray. Oh wait, I guess Masterful Stab is how we're killing you. We have Dagger Spray next turn, probably. I guess we'll just do this. A little bit wasteful with the Dagger Spray damage, but what can you do? Maybe we're not playing Dagger Spray, maybe we're playing Masterful Stab, Double Strike, Defend? It's not lethal. It's 24 damage. A little bit off. Oh wait, we have lethal for both. Great. Good talk. Poison Stab. One of the highest damage commons in the game. Unupgraded, it's 9 damage on the first turn. Upgraded, it is 12. Enables our Catalyst a little bit. Gives us some scaling against Lagavulin, kinda. Flying Knee is nice also. We have 4 energy, so we probably want to do some expensive stuff. Flying Knee helps us set up for that. Gives us 5 energy turn, which is kind of nuts. Dodge and Roll is particularly nice if you can find dexterity scaling. We don't currently have any of that, but we're frequently offered footwork, which at this point we would be happy to take. Perhaps we will decide on a different block plan in the future. I think the correct pick here is Poison Stab. Okay, so now that we picked the gross Masterful Stab and the great Dagger Spray and Poison Stab, I think we're in pretty good shape. There should be a Perfected Stab for Silent, where it gets scaling per stab card in the deck. Hey, we got Poison Stab Catalyst on turn 1. That's nice. Not nice is we can only spend 2 of our energy. Get a Masterful Stab before he attacks. That's nice. He is taking 5, then 4 from Poison. So if we could do 40 next turn, we could kill him. I don't think we're doing 40. So I think we're planning on eating at least one 24 damage attack, which means that defending here is a terrible idea. Okay, Dagger Spray is always happening. At least 2 strikes are happening. Do ever defend. He's taking 4, then 3, so 7 total. We need to do 17 damage next turn. We have a guaranteed neutralize, so we need to find 3 cards, 4 energy, 14 damage. We're always drinking the block pot because it gets maximum efficiency here. I think we are much more likely to get an out here if we play strike than defend. Because it makes either Dagger Spray or Poison Stab alone an out. Almost guaranteed to get it, even without the strike. So maybe we do try to save 3 health. let's see, so we're taking 12 damage here, which would put us at 34. If we are at 34 and we lose 6 health to this hallway fight, we'll go down to 28. We're probably resting here. If we defend and it pays off, then we only lose, what, 9 health here? Is it only 1 health? Wait. Oh, yeah, because... Okay, alright. Well, if it's only 1 health, then it's almost guaranteed that Strike is better. I don't think it's going to change our pathing if we get 1 extra health. I think you're right. It is 1 health. I was thinking about this wrong. And now we're going to Strike. Okay. Almost didn't get there. Would have gotten there even if we blocked, but... Hey, we got Marbles. Marbles is pretty tremendous for Silent because, as I was mentioning, those artifact charges at the beginning of the fight can be kind of tricky, and Marbles removes them. Resting is for the weak, so that we can get our poison in and catalyst people. Let's see, do we take a Bane? Feel like we have kind of enough damage-ish. All attack and Bane are both fairly good. We have some AoE with Dagger Spray, so we're not like desperate for the all-out attack. Although, sort of the 2 most dangerous options for this next hallway fight are Gang of Gremlins and Gang of Slimes, both of which are AoE fights. There's some dangerous, like, Slaver Ooze fights as well, which are also AoE fights. Or just Big Ooze. Big Ooze, also scary. Yeah, lots of bad options. Thief and Slime, Jawworm Slime. I kind of wish that there was like an Act 1 version of Transient. I wish there was just like a little cute Transient. So Bane helps do a bunch of damage and kill somebody on turn 1. Hey, Chris Hoffler. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for coming. Are you a big Slay the Spire player? I don't think I have seen you here before. We could take either of these, we could skip. Bane does a lot more damage, particularly when upgraded. Bane does 20 damage. We don't have super reliable poison, we've only got the 1 source. So in the first shuffle, Bane is fairly likely to come out before the poison stab. Also, sometimes you need to like spend 3 energy blocking, so you can't afford to poison stab and Bane if they are in the same hand. We're very likely to pick more poison in the presence of a catalyst, so Bane sort of gets better over time. But the 20 damage from Bane sort of doesn't really keep up with monster health totals later on. But we don't really need to keep up with monster health totals later on. We kind of just need it now. Alright, 3 lice. 3 blind lice. We can kill this one, he's got the most health. We can kill this one, he's attacking for the most. Actually, we can kill him with 2 different cards. So, we do that for him, that for him. And we will take 1 damage, thank you very much. Okay. I guess we could have weak potted. Save 1. Adrenaline Reflex Calculated Gamble. Adrenaline seems like a really good card. Sometimes Adrenaline is bad if you have like a Pocket Watch or if you're against Time Lord or something. But almost always is that effect good. Chosen, the Heart sometimes. But it's a really good card. It encourages us to pick things like a Burst, and Burst would already be really good with our Catalyst. Drawing a bunch of cards is really good because we have 4 energy. Adrenaline is amazing. Reflex is pretty weak. We only have 1 card that discards. And we don't have well-laid plans or anything, so it's hard to set it up. Reflex Plus is okay. But this is not a Reflex Plus. And it's not really the right situation for it. Calculated Gamble can be pretty useful. Calculated Gamble is probably at its best in a deck with, like, Predator and stuff, so that you frequently have a very large hand, and you're trying to, like, set something up. Playing 2 cards at the same turn. Easier to do if you have Calculated Gamble. Calculated Gamble is kind of like a poor man's well-laid plans. But I think Adrenaline is thick by a mile, so I'll just go ahead and click the card. Energy Potion is not that useful in the presence of Kurski. We don't have too many turns where we actually need that energy. So I'll just go ahead and throw that away for a deck spot. We could theoretically fight a Mega Elite, but that seems unwise. We're just going to go here and rest. We could get an upgrade on Catalyst, or Poison Stab, or Bane. I think resting is reasonable. Okay, let's see what's in the box. This is a small box, so it's not an automatic pick, certainly in the presence of Kurski. Small chests cannot have rare relics, they have less gold. You are, in general, less happy with seeing a small box than a large box. But we only have 2 relics, and we can't be running away from boxes the whole game. So I think we're going to open it. We're at 52. Worst case scenario here is we get like a Pain. I think if we get a Pain and we go to Lagavulin, we still win. So let's crack that box open. It's a Regret. Regret is not quite as bad as Pain, but almost. It's a bad one. We low rolled. And we can Sapphire Key so that we're not forced to do that again. Or we can Regal Pillow. There's a good chance we'll end up resting at one of these 2. And so Regal Pillow would pay off. And I think we're going to keep opening chests at least one more. So I don't feel terrible about not picking Sapphire Key. Alright, let's take Regal Pillow. Alright, it is Sentries. Aha! Take that, artifact charges. Drat, we drew our Bane before the thingy. Deck spot's super good in the fight. We don't really need it this turn, but I will just drink it anyway, I guess. It's probably bad. It's not the way you're supposed to play this game. But whatever. We should be able to get to 1 card in hand with Regret. I don't think we can kill one, but we're not far off. Yeah, I'll go ahead and weaken this one. He's probably going to get to attack again. So. Hopefully that weak plot will pay off for 6 health. Right, we can kill him with that and block out. And who is the next target? I don't think that if we do... Let's see, this does 11 damage over 2 turns, and this does 6. So I don't think if we do 17 damage, we can do 20 next turn. We do have Catalyst. Maybe we redraw Poison Stab. I guess that's probably the max damage. Play Poison Stab, redraw it. He'd go up to 5 poison, gets doubled to 10. Actually, yeah, we could. If we Poison Stab him and redraw Poison Stab and Catalyst him, he does die. Interesting. We're drawing 2 cards out of a pile of 24. So the chance of getting any specific card is sort of 1 in 6. I think we're probably going to have a higher chance of getting this Sentry to not attack on his next round. Especially considering the lower health. Yeah, we would not have gotten it. Alright, so we'll just dump some damage into this Sentry. This weak doesn't do anything. Maybe that was more damage than we needed, since a single strike kills him either way. Yeah, a little bit inefficient there. So I think if we'd played that better, he could be at like 16 or something. Doesn't look like it matters, because we're probably killing him before his next cycle anyway. Yep. Now we're just going to press end turn. Master set for 4 that we could play. Preserved Insect. Crippling Cloud would be nice. Dash and Footwork are here, as well as an outmaneuver. Let's see. What do we want to do? Footwork seems great. Dash, also great. I think Footwork is a little bit more future-looking, maybe to its detriment. Footwork is kind of like better in Act 3 than Dash, but Dash is better in Act 2. And Act 2 is the next one. I don't know if you know. It goes 1, then 2, then 3. Outmaneuver is almost certainly not the pick. We already have 4 energy. We don't have any X-cost stuff. We don't have a well-laid plans. Yeah, both Dash and Footwork are very pickable, I would say. We don't have any defensive tools so far. Both of these are defensive tools, so that doesn't really matter. I do quite like the playstyle of Footwork with the like deflects and backflips and stuff. So from a purely fun perspective, I think I would usually pick Footwork. Dash can be really fun too. If you get like a Necronomicon in Act 2, get to double dash people. Starts to feel like a Wrath mode wallop. It is an upgraded Iron Wave, it's true. It's 2 Iron Waves in 1. Think about that. It's got double the card efficiency of 2 Iron Waves. I think we'll grab a Footwork. This deck looks like it has some legs. We need to survive while we get there. I think Footwork is the sort of higher magnitude defensive tool. Dash is really nice on the turn you draw Dash, but Footwork is good on turns after any turn after you draw Footwork, which is a larger percentage of your total turns. Okay. Can we kill the Acid Slime? This does 6. I guess we do. So it does 19, and then we get 6 from, or 9, and then we get 6 from poison this turn. So we're off by a little bit. 4. We could kill Fungi Beast, but he actually does the same amount of damage alive or dead, because the vulnerable will cause Acid Slime to do 6 more damage. The ghost of Fungi Beast passed. We can only play 3 of these cards, so probably skipping Catalyst. Okay. Alright, taking 5. Setting up Acid Slime to die to a strike. Looks like we have lethal for both. A fruit juice. Wow. So well-laid plans. Well-laid plans is pretty nice. I thought for a second maybe I took the wrong path. I was like, why do I still have this regret? Well-laid plans helps us set up combos of stuff. One card you want to set up combos with, Catalyst. Get a bunch of poison, play a Catalyst. That's a combo. Also, like, less facetiously, you can play, like, Burst Catalyst or, like, Nightmare Catalyst or something. Although those are both rares that we don't have, so probably shouldn't plan around them too much. Second Bane and Dagger Throw, I think, are no's. I think we've got enough damage for the Slime Boss fight. Or, sorry. We probably have enough damage for the Slime Boss fight, but we're not doing the Slime Boss fight. We're doing the Guardian fight. Well-laid plans is even better against Guardian, because you can hold on to your block cards. Looks like we could probably pick an upgrade here. We do get some extra value out of resting with the Regal Pillow, despite the irritating UI that makes you do a bunch of math. Yeah, let's get an upgrade here. Well-laid plans get a nice upgrade. Footwork has a nice upgrade. Catalyst has a nice upgrade. Those are kind of the top three. Second tier is probably like Bane, Dagger Spray, Masterful Stab. Third tier is like Adrenaline, Neutralize, Poison Stab. Fourth tier, Basics. And Survivor. I know, right? It's baffling. It's just absolutely baffling that they don't just do the math for you. I don't understand it. In every other situation, they're like, if you're vulnerable and your enemy's multi-attacking, it's not like it says they'll attack you for 10, but 50% more also. Like, why do they even tell you it heals you for 30% of your max HP? Like, that's sort of unnecessary rules text. It could just say, like, you'll heal for 19 plus 15, which is, 34, and then your end health total will be 66. Bane's get a nice upgrade, I guess. Maybe Bane is top tier. Probably not. I think Footwork upgrade is the pick here for me. We're not disrespecting Act 1. We're just trying to get our max value out of Regal Pillow. We'll rest here after this fight. Alright, I would love to get rid of that curse. I'm willing to not do it if there's like something crazy, like a crippling cloud and ear funnel or something, but Frozen Eye is pretty PogChamp. Apotheosis is fine, but it's nowhere near as good as getting rid of Regret. You're never removing Regret in this shop. Wow, that's disrespecting Act 1. That's crazy. Are you serious? Wow. Yeah, I agree. There's a lot of good stuff. I think I'm probably doing Glass Knife Leg Sweep. Was my instinct. It is a good shot for sure. But Regret is so bad. There's no way. That's got to be wrong. Hey, Sir Artemal. How's it going? Maybe we upgrade Glass Knife at the shop. Maybe we do just disrespect Guardian. Glass Knife's got a hell of an upgrade. We can't get, like, Anchor and anything good. In fact, we can't get Anchor in anything. Anchor is too expensive. If we buy Glass Knife Leg Sweep, we also can't buy a potion. That is too expensive. Just had some nice pizza and scrounging for some scripts to mod a game. What game are you modding, Cerebral? Yeah, I think we just want the cards. Sorry, relics. Ah! It's these guys. Okay. Strike neutralize, kills one, double defend, blocks most of the damage. Neverwinter Knights. A classic. 9 damage is almost enough to kill this guy. Not quite. Good to kill the one with the highest health. double defend, and our strike, I think the primary objective is to reduce somebody to low enough health that dagger spray kills them. Which it accomplishes no matter what the target is. So basically just which target do we want to die. I think the spike slimes hit harder. Oh, hey, thanks for the raid, Terrence, and welcome to all of Terrence's raiders. Appreciate you all for coming. Appreciate the raid, Terrence. We are sort of midway through a silent run here. We were blessed by now with a cursed key, so we've been trying to figure out how to navigate Act 1 without getting too many curses. We just got finished with a shop where we removed the regret from the chest where we got a regal pillow. Fought our way through 2 elites in the act, was the max we thought we could handle. There was a 3 elite path, we didn't take it. Yeah, I think that about catches us up. Let's see, so Glass Knife can kill this guy. I guess Footwork Survivor is the majority of the rest of the turn. And I guess we develop well-laid plans. Take 3. There's that dagger spray. Dagger spray kills the one in the front. Masterful Stab gets much damage. Bane ends the fight. Hello, Lockjaw Jones. That is a cool name. That's like a legit nickname somebody could give you. That's old Lockjaw Jones. You don't want to mess with him. He's been using a grizzled voice since the 70s. Old Lockjaw Jones. Always keeps his secrets. Imagine Deadly Poison is the pick. Calculated Gamble also an option. It's true. Lockjaw Jones is known for... He's been a mafia hitman for 20 years. He's been subpoenaed by 10 grand juries. Never snitched on anyone. He did his time. Now he's out again. Looking for trouble. Thanks for the follow, El Jefe. And some random numbers. Couldn't make any sense of it. Deadly Poison seems like almost a must-pick. We got basically no poison offered during Act 1. But we picked a Floor 2 Catalyst. It's just been waiting for us to make some friends. Let's see. Yeah, I think we take a Deadly Poison and then we Fruit Juice Rest. I'm not feeling super confident about splitting Guardian on turn 1 or 2. And we have Regal Pillow to pay off here. Almost gets up to full health there with the Regal Pillow. Amazing. Does tetanus lock up your jaw? That sounds significantly uncomfortable. Wow, maybe we can split him on turn 1. Jeez. It's like all the damage in the deck that come out. Actually, I guess we're splitting him on turn 1? I didn't know this deck could do that. I'll take it. I think 10 is about as much poison as we're going to get out of Catalyst. I guess we could wait for Deadly Poison to wheel around and then try and Deadly Catalyst, but it's going to take like 3 turns minimum for that to happen. So the poison from the original Deadly would be down to 2, and 2 just isn't very much. And in the meantime, the Catalyst could have done like almost 30 damage. So I think I'll just take the damage. And we're gonna skip Dagger Spray. Health is sort of valuable. We're at nearly full health, so not too valuable. If it's health versus killing him, we should take killing him. Alright, defend blocks out. Neutralize is health negative. So is Bane. But we can't keep all of these, so we should probably play one of them. Bane is the most damage. Take that one. We could extend weak for 4 health. He's already going to be weak on the Whirlwind turn. And it's not really super valuable to weaken him on the turn after that, because the turn after that is him throwing up some armor. Terrence, did you have a good stream today, if you're still here? What were you up to before? I guess I should test out my... be gentle, I just made this shout-out command today, so it's maybe not... Oh good, it works, okay. Yeah, Masterful is a terrible card. I would prefer not to take it, although this is not a... did I not do it right? Oh crap, I did do it wrong. Is tab completion available? I just get lots of weird stuff when I tab complete. Can I do the @ Does that work? Oh, it does work. Okay, it took the @ out of the... Cool, okay. Alright, there we go. I have not been honoring my exercise commands. So the week didn't turn out to be very relevant, so we skipped it. Okay, seems like double defend, dagger spray is the line. Throw in a strike because we got an extra energy. Keep a strike for later to avoid a shuffle. Fewer cards in shuffle means more consistent results. Footwork said to be on the bottom of the deck, like a little jerk. We can either split this turn or split next turn. We kind of have a free split. So maybe we don't strike here to get a better split later. I think that's true. We hold back. See, now we get to use our strike Bane. Get to fish for our leg sweep. It's better while he's transformed. All good stuff. Do some extra damage so that we wouldn't have as much health to cut through during the next cycle. Survivor defends Glass Knife Strike. What do we think? Blocks for 19, takes 4 damage back, still blocks out, get to hold the leg sweep. Seems good. Got out of here, Masterful Stab, nobody likes you. Right, and this is the turn we saved leg sweep for. Pretty useful there. And we get damage return if we do any attacks, but I'm not going to skip the poison. Same neutralize math as before, weirdly. So we don't really care about retaining that or playing it. So it turned out we would have been fine if we hadn't rested. But, oh, I guess this isn't lethal, because Glass Knife has been played several times now. That's fine, just block. Yeah, so it turns out we didn't need to rest. We would have gotten through this without resting, but that's fine. Is Masterful Stab the curse you got from Kirsty? Sort of feels like it. Look, Redbeardy, we didn't know we were drawing Masterful Stab Glass Knife on turn 1 with the vulnerable. It could have gone way sideways. So yeah, so we actually picked the Masterful Stab on like floor 3 after picking Dagger Spray Catalyst. What we were worried about at the time was Lagavulin. Lagavulin would have been really dangerous if we drew Dagger Spray on the bottom of the deck, particularly. And the other attack option offered at that floor was a the 5 times dagger thingamajig. Stabby stab the card. And that one has exactly the same problem as Dagger Spray. So I wanted to pick that one. And we actually would have had so many multi-attacks if we'd taken that. We would have had Dagger Spray, Stabby Stab, Bane, and Glass Knife all doing multi-attack stuff. But Wasn't meant to be. Let's do some exercise, as Sir Artemal has reminded me. Repeatedly, some might say aggressively. While we think about these options. After image is nice because we get some block without spending any energy on it. Malaise is nice because Act 2 elites have lots of multi-attacks, so you can malaise on either Gremlin Leader or Book of Stabbing to great effect. Not terrible against slavers either, but not as useful. Also, we have Curse Key, and we may pick up a second energy relic, so we might be a 5 energy deck with malaise, which is almost to the breakpoint where Book of Stabbing doesn't even attack at all. If you get a malaise plus and 5 energy, you're pretty much there. Corpse Explosion is also really nice. Corpse Explosion with a Catalyst, I would say, is sort of the default pick. Gives us some sustain on our poison. Thanks, Deep Zleet, for the exercise redemption. Corpse Explosion solves a bunch of hallway fights. Gives us some AoE. We've got some pretty aggressive single target damage, Masterful Stab, Glass Knife, and some poison. So it's not hard to imagine us putting a bunch of poison on somebody, or putting a little bit of poison on somebody, and then blowing them up with Masterful Stab, Glass Knife, Bane, and them exploding in a bunch of goo, killing everybody else. That's the Corpse Explosion dream. After Image, we don't really play enough like 0 cost cards for that to feel super impactful. And we have a Footwork, so I think we're generally planning on playing cards like Leg Sweep to block. We do have an Adrenaline and a Masterful Stab, which is technically 0 cost. So those are sort of nominally After Image combo cards. And I think if I was rating cards in the context of like a floor 0, just silent, I would probably rate Malaise higher than Corpse Explosion. Malaise is pretty important, both for Act 2 and for Act 4. Kind of skips an act there in the middle. Not that Malaise isn't good in Act 3, it's just not as exceptionally good as it is in Act 2 and 4. But I think Corpse Explosion is probably the pick here. I don't normally call out the viewer count, but it currently says 69, and I just wanted to say that's nice. Thanks everybody for being here. Okay, lots of transforming happening. Astrolabe and Pandora's Box are all options. Slaver Scholar's here too. I don't know if Slaver Scholar is really worth considering. Going up to 5 energy for boss and elite fights doesn't seem necessary or helpful. So it's probably going to be either Astrolabe or Pandora's Box. Pandora's Box is almost always a pick over Astrolabe if you have an egg. We do not have an egg. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. Nemesis, Malaise continues being good in Act 3. I don't want to underestimate the power of Malaise in Act 3. It's just that Malaise is such a huge power spike for Act 2, and then in Act 4, like, it's so good against the Heart and so good against Spire Spear that I really think it performs above Act 3 levels in 2 and 4. If we were like hunting for a catalyst really hard, we could take Pandora's Box to look for it. But our defense are actually fairly decent because of the footwork. That's true. Writhing Mass is a good Malaise target. So we kind of want to get rid of specifically our strikes, and Astrolabe gets rid of 60% of our strikes and gives us upgraded cards. And is a little bit less likely to leave us like totally defenseless, which is always an option for Pandora's Box. You can Pandora's Box and get 10 copies of Grand Finale. It's not likely, but it is possible. Hey. Come here, Coconut. She just wanted somebody to pay attention to her. I don't know what the deal is. So let's pick Astrolabe. Get rid of some strikes. See what we get. Why do those fly away? I want to look at them. Leg Sweep's great. Adrenaline Plus is okay. I mean, it's great, right? I should say it's great, because it's great. It's a good card. Alchemize is a bit of a weird one. But I'm happy to have it. Pandora or Riot? I'm sorry, I'm Matcha Tank. You type too slow. And therefore, I was unaware of the riot that I was causing. But I understand. You have to stand on your principles. Okay, we got a Fire Elite Fire here. It's a nice little path segment. Get a 3 Elite Act out of that. Rainhorse, you're correct. She does want me to feed her, but also she has food. She just loves complaining. She's like 20 years old, so she's just an old, angry kitty. But also very cute, so... let's see. We don't have very much money, so we're trying to dodge shops. It's Act 2, so we probably want to find as many question marks as we can. Get those ancient writing, bites, and apparitions events. Looks like we're only going to get like 3 question marks. These 2 and this are on the path that I'm imagining. Thanks for the follow, Mayday Semisad. Appreciate it. Yeah, usually I want to get like 3 or 4 question marks like before the first elite in Act 2, but that's not an option here. The max question marks is 2 with like this or this or this. I mean, there's not even question marks in the second half of the act. There's literally only 2. Just this one and that one. You can't even put them together. That's kind of insane. Alright. I guess the like absolute max question mark is this 4 in the first half, 1 in the second half, 5 total. Path. But that involves going through the Mega Elite and no other elites. And that seems sort of scary. It also goes through a shop. We don't have enough money for that. We could force our way through the Super Elite. Probably. I think we would probably not die. We have Preserved Insects, so we're pretty well set up. But we also have Regal Pillow. Something we should be considering is how do we go to a shop after the chest, because we have Kurski. There is a shop after a chest here and here. Yeah. These question marks could be fights. We could die to like a snake plant here, but I think you're directionally correct. Going through the elite could work. I think the main problem with going through the elite is we'd end up at this shop, or we'd end up with 4 fights beforehand, and I don't really want either of those. 4 fights seems scary, and shop seems useless with that much money. So I think I want to do that left route, and hopefully get a curse here and get rid of it there. We might dodge this elite. We might do curse fight, and then shop. Hopefully getting this elite. You do come out ahead, I think. I mean, if the Mega Elite was on a path that I otherwise wanted to do, I would say that's correct. I guess there's a 3-fight path there, huh? 2 question mark, 3-fight. I don't know how I missed that before. It's not crazy. So you get 4 question marks, 3 fights, an elite before this first fire. And 2 elites in the act. We have to skip this chest though, because there's no shop after that. Unless we want to go this way, and that's kind of like we're skipping the fire completely. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with the left path. We can choose before the fire elite. Yeah, we can dodge it. That's true. But if we go all the way left, then we get Fire Elite Fire, which is just Neo. So there's two ways to get to this Elite. We can either go this way or that way. Both of them have the same number of question marks and fights. We'll end up with this being our third fight. But do we want the question mark before the second fight or after the second fight? Burn, face, and learn. Wow. That's very creative, Ninjak. Works on a lot of different levels. Really makes you think. I think we want question mark after 2 fights, because we want to take apparitions if we see them, and so we want to take some damage in the first 2 fights before we take them. Actually, do we want apparitions? We have Regal Pillow. Oh wait, Regal Pillow is good with apparitions. Kinda. Regal Pillow just like makes you heal to full at campsites with apparitions, basically. Okay. Alright, Shelled Parasite. We can get 2 of his plated armor right away. And then, 3 of his plated armor. And then never play Masterful Stab again. I mean, I'm not going to complain if Masterful Stab wants to be in the opening hand every time. If we could, like, Bottled Flame a Masterful Stab, I'm into it. And then, do we get rid of Catalyst? I guess we have Corpse Explosion now, so maybe there's a little bit... We have a slightly higher ability to utilize a Catalyst later in the fight. I guess we'll just keep it around. Alright, let's see what we're getting up to this turn. Footwork seems nice. Hey, we can block out. Look at that. I think we're playing all the stuff. Attack bot, huh? You don't say. Why bottle it if you can play Backstab? Well, because this one's already in the deck. And it does more damage than Backstab. But yes, I wish it was a Backstab. Backstab would be better. Alright. Let's play this. Going. Fastnet does some work. We're getting a lot of plated armor damage this turn, but we're also taking 10. That's the point, we're just setting up for apparitions. No rings here. There's a Dash Plus. Dash Plus is kind of good. Escape Plan scales really well with Dex, and we've got some Dex. What does our skill density look like? Because we got all skills from the whatchamacallit, Astrolabe, got quite a bit of skills. Our only non-skills are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 non-skills and 25 card deck. It's kind of an insane escape plan ratio for Act 2. I forgot to check who the boss is. It doesn't really matter for considering escape plan. I could beat the guy. But it does matter. Dash Plus is quite a card. Maybe you're not making it out of Act 1 enough, Mint Chalk. Ooh, this. The percentage of upgraded cards goes up the further you go. Oh, does it? Sorry, I didn't even know. It sure does. Huh. The more you know. Slay the Spire learnings with Redbeardy. I do like Dash a lot. Let's see. Dash Plus makes book better. Necronomicon. Dash also technically scales with Dex. We have quite a bit of energy. Although that was more true in Act 1 than it is now, because we have 2 leg sweeps and Corpse Explosion to use up that energy. Although we also have 2 copies of Adrenaline, so I guess Adrenaline is net negative energy, if you would assume that the card you want to play the cards you're drawing. I haven't ever watched Sneaky Teak's stream, which is a source of embarrassment. But clearly Baylor is a Spire expert worth watching. I claimed to have a PhD in Spireology yesterday. That was in my stream title. But clearly I have a lot to learn. I don't think I can skip them. Sneaky Thieves, huh? Usually my first target is Mugger. In the presence of Corpse Explosion, we might just want to take the guy with lower health. Why would you take the guy with lower health? Because you have to do the 4 damage to Mugger anyway. If you try to just explode Looter to kill Mugger, you have to do 4 damage. So why did she just do the 4 damage to Mugger with the Corpse Explosion? Yeah, I think it's probably better to do Mugger. Probably should have done that first, since it changed the options that were available to me. We could Colorless Potion and look for some block or weak. Yeah, we should have played Escape first, that's absolutely correct, Mint Shot. Not sure what you mean by Dagger Spray. I don't think that was in our hand. You mean Glass Knife? Just thinking about whether I want to drink the Colorless Potion here. Try and find some block. I think I do. Even if it's damage on turn 1 while they're vulnerable, I think that's still fine. Panache, Panacea, Discovery. I guess we can just roll again. Okay. Bane's a lot of damage. Bane might actually be lethal here. Wait, is Flechette's more damage than Bane or less? So Bane does 10 times 2, that's 20. Flechette's does 6 times 3, that's 18. So 20 is more. Alright, he is dead. So we don't have to block, because they are exploding. Bye! Thanks for the follow, Jesus Chef. Are you a sous chef? Is that how sous chef is spelled? So many questions. Is the H pronounced? I'm so confused. Dodge and Roll is excellent with our Footwork Plus. Be our first dex scaling card, and one of the few dex scaling cards that's available. It's true, Colorless Pot. Paid off huge there. Colorless Pot just saved me like, what would it have been? I was blocking for 3, and I could have blocked for 8 more, so it blocked for 11 functionally. But we should do exercise while we're looking at card reward screens. One of Francois. Oui. Hey, Birdface is here. I read your comment, failed to read the name. Huge mistake. Never repeat that mistake again. Okay. Touch and Roll. Piercing Well's here too. Piercing Well's really nice. Piercing Well is sort of less situationally good, right? Like, Dodge and Roll is unusually good in this situation because we have a lot of weak and a footwork. And Piercing Wail is, I would say, normally a better card than Dodge and Roll, but not that good in the presence of weak, and doesn't scale with Dex. So I think we're going to grab the Dodge and Roll. Okay, time to get those apparitions. Aw. Thought maybe I could just save a name, get them. Didn't work. Sometimes it works, every once in a while. Or Calcum. Probably not very useful in this deck, but it'll happen a couple times. Okay. We could kill Fungi Beast and then take more damage. Become vulnerable. Seems bad. Okay. Attack bot. Well, I guess we should drink one of these attack bots, because we have Alchemize going again next floor. Just Glass Knife. Seems like a lot of damage. Die to die, this is technically an AoE fight. Although we don't really want to kill the little mushroom rat currently. We'll stick Glass Knife. Oops, should have played Masterful Stab first. Masterful Stab got all the way through his plated armor. So we missed one plated armor damage there. Second attack bot might be lethal. Is that ever correct? Probably means we'd go into the elite fight with no potions, but significantly more health. I was like, wait, it's Act 2. Is Redbeardy also streaming? Is he facing Hexaghost right now? Oh man. The setup. You got me. It's hard to imagine getting more value than 21 health out of an attack pot. It's like literally half of my health. So I think we're gonna go for it. And there's no way this attack pot misses, right? It's like it only needs to do 10 damage and the target is vulnerable. So it really only needs to hit like 7. Alright, we're doing it. Gonna die to die? I think we actually killed both if we take die to die. No, not quite, but close. And then block out with Orc Alchem. Okay. Yeah. We got a potion as a reward. Despite spending 2 potions in the fight, we ended up with 1 after. Is it impossible? I think it probably is impossible. I think there are no 3 silent attacks that all miss 7 damage. There is at least one though. There's the 0 cost attack would have been a miss. Predator? Predator is usually a good card. We do have a escape plan. Oh yeah, Endless Agony. You don't get 2 copies of Endless Agony when you get it from a potion, right? Because if you got 2, it would not miss, right? But if you only get 1, I guess it does miss. Yeah, I think Endless Agony and Slice are the only misses, I think, correct. Yeah, because like even Sucker Punch does it. From 10. Well, you can't count shivs because you can't get shivs from an attack pot. We were figuring out if attack pot can ever miss. So there'd have to be 3 like collectible silent attacks. Acrobatics does the same card draw thing as Predator, but for less energy, less damage, and it's a skill for whatchamacallit, escape plan. Are we really looking for cards that badly? I think we actually are. We have a Well-Laid Plans and Catalyst, so I think we're trying to do Catalyst-y stuff, which means we're going to need to be digging for Catalyst, and that's what Acrobatics does. Okay. We can remove a strike. That seems worth it. Getting a lot of use out of our gold despite not going to a shop here. We like bought a relic here and bought a card remove there. We like made our own shop. If we spend this money, do we have enough money for a card remove after the split? Heel hook. That's a good point. Although, yeah, he was. Heel hook is when they're weak, right? But it's only 5 damage, which is not enough. It looks like a lucky event, but we're planning on getting a curse from this chest and then removing it at this shop. So I'm actually not sure if we can pull that off. I guess if we fight both elites, we're going to have enough money. That's true, unplayable attacks are an option. So there are 4 attacks that missed, so it was definitely an option. Alright, I'm going to do it anyway. We need to get rid of those strikes, they're bad. Grand finale never misses. Okay, well, we've got enough health that I think we can take an upgrade, and we really need that catalyst upgraded. So let's go for that. Pretty far behind on upgrades here, so happy to get a use out of a fire that isn't resting. Had we played any attacks that turn? We had. Acrobatics could draw Corpse Explosion. Corpse Explosion into Catalyst would be good. 6 turns into 18, which would be lethal next turn, so we'd be eating a bunch of damage. Are we dropping frames? I have dropped 610 frames, which is 0.3% of my total frames. And it doesn't say that it's currently dropping any frames, but I honestly hadn't looked at it until I saw your chat message, so I don't know when those 600 frames got dropped. Could have been just now. I don't know. Alright, let's draw some cards. Okay, unfortunately it looks like Catalyst is not going to have any friends this fight. So that's unfortunate. I think we're going to Speed Pot, Dodge and Roll Survivor, and probably Footwork over Bane. Bane does 10 damage, Footwork blocks for 6 this turn, 3 next turn. I'm presuming that's not enough block, but maybe that's too much block. So Speed Pot plus Footwork is 8 dex, so this would block for 16, and this would block for 12. 16 plus 12 is still not quite enough. Okay. Seems good. Dude, dodge and rolling for 12 is a mood. I like being in that mood. Yeah, we're still at 610 dropped frames, so I think that problem was probably on Mint Chuck's side. What does Alchemist have in mind? A block pot. Oh, exotic. 13 plus 8 is 21, plus 6 is 27. So I think we're going to need to throw both of these in here. To block. Don't get to hold any cards. And now we are vulnerable because we've gone too slow. I think we can just like suddenly end the fight though with like Class Knife, Dagger Spray, Corpse Explosion. Oh wait, we're weak. So this is hitting for 12 plus 6. 12 plus 6 is 18. Plus 6 is 24, so we're off by 10. It's possible Adrenaline Escape Plan gets 10 damage. Masterful Stab does it. I guess Masterful Stab or Deadly Poison Stab do it. Alright, let's take a look, see if we can get those out. Yes, we did. Do we have enough energy? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 energy. Seems correct. Dude, that Masterful Stab has been pulling its weight. And that kills everybody? Yeah. Nice. Okay, we got an Art of War. Excellent in a very low attack, high escape plan deck. Skewer is an attack. it doesn't fit very well in my low attack deck. Although it does work very well with Art of War Kurski. I don't hate that. Man, Alchemize Plus is kind of neat. Like, we spent, over the last 2 floors, we've spent 3 potions, and we still have 2 potions left. Like, what? Our potion sustain is massive. Setup seems like an awful pick. I don't think I agree. Got a couple leg sweeps and a corpse explosion. I guess we could set one of those up. I guess this is a skip. As excited as I am about Skewer. We did just have 7 energy. Maybe I shouldn't be so quick to pass a Skewer. Oh yeah, exercise. D-Nod, you're the real hero. You're doing 4? Looks like 4. Good morning, D-Mod. Thanks for waking me up with some exercise redemptions. It's true, we did get double adrenaline, so we're not guaranteed to get 7 energy every turn, but we do have 2 adrenalines in the deck, so it's not like they were randomly generated adrenalines or anything. This is a deck with Kurski, 2 adrenalines, and an Art of War, so Surreal, I did a shoulder, I did like a military press yesterday, and my shoulder hurt, so I decided to not do a full set of those, and I think that's probably going to convince me not to do one today either. Sorry to disappoint. Yeah, I don't know if the Skewer is adding a dimension to the deck, and I don't know if we need that. It seems like the thing that Skewer does, we're mainly just trying to do with Catalyst. So I think we're gonna pass these all. Okay, we managed to not take any damage in that fight, I believe. Oh, I guess we took 1. Yeah, we took 1 damage. Sure. Yeah, you can redeem the playtest for somebody else. Thanks for the follow, Alissimo. Appreciate it. Talk About X. I reduced the cost of Talk About X this morning, so I am expecting a slight uptick in that. If we smith, then we can upgrade stuff. Highest priority upgrade is probably Deadly Poison, weirdly. Glass Knife's got a good upgrade. Bane has a good upgrade. We don't have any like Noxious Fumes or Crippling Cloud or any... we don't have much sources of poison. Corpse Explosion has a pretty high drawn played rate, but it only gets 3 more poison, and Deadly Poison gets 2 and costs half as much. Ooh. Mint Shock. Redeeming the playtest. You said you don't have a PC. Oh wait, did you redeem the playtest in the past? Or are you redeeming it for Burn Face now? Can you clarify your intention? But thank you for redeeming the reward in either case. I'll put Burn Face down. It seems like that's probably what you want. Okay, I think we're smithing a card. How is Adrenaline Plus? I like Adrenaline Plus quite a bit. You've got a maybe in there, so I'm not sure what you mean. Should I put down Candela or Burn Face? Adrenaline Plus is a good card. It gets you an extra energy. Okay, you did it for Burn Face. Okay. All right. Maybe Acrobatics upgrade. That's kind of a wild choice. I had an experience that scares me just now, which is that we drew Catalyst on turn 1 with no well-laid plans and no poison. And if that happens later, we can lose the game. And if we upgrade acrobatics, that's somewhat less likely to happen, since we can draw our well-laid plans or draw some poison, which is what we were hoping would happen in that slaver fight. But I think the real problem with the deck is we just don't do enough poison, and I think Deadly Poison's the clearest way to get out of that problem. So let's do that. Okay, are we opening this chest? We have used one card remove, so the cost of the next card remove is 100 gold. I guess let's see what size chest it is. It's a small chest. Small chest, I think, doesn't have any money in it. Hold on. I need to figure out if I'm going to have enough money, so I'm going to consult the wiki here. Okay, so small chests have 23 to 27 gold in them. Okay, so if I open the chest and beat the elite, I will have enough money for a card remove. Let's see, how much money do elites give you? Does it say? Don't think it matters. I think they give you more than 20, which is what it would have to be for me to miss. Okay, alright, I guess let's open it. Alright, it's an injury. Oh, and a Snecko skull. Wow. So we high-rolled the curse, and we high-rolled the relic. So that's great. Oh, we got Thwack as well. Okay, so we're fighting 2 elites in a row? Okay. Maybe this is a good thing. So much adrenaline for my slaver fight. Alright. Footwork, and I guess we're playing everything. Actually, we're not playing everything. We're playing a survivor and a defend, and then exhausting the Slender's Bane. Alright. If we acrobatics into Corpse Explosion, we can't play Corpse Explosion, Deadly Poison, Catalyst because we don't have enough energy. So I think what we're going to do is Deadly Poison, Catalyst, Neutralize, Defend. Just skip the acrobatics. Sorry, yeah, I do apologize. I think that the eventual final game will probably be available for mobile, but currently the commands for the game are keyboard specific, so I'm glad you're excited, Burn Face. It's gonna be fun. 7 goes up to 21, so we could draw Corpse Explosion next turn and get an AoE kill. I guess it goes up to 8 and then 25. Not quite blocking out, but I think that's probably fine. Alright. Probably should have put it on Red Slaver. Not really sure why I did it this way. He's dead. We just need to block Red Slaver. But we can't, so I guess we're going to block Pot, which frees up some room for Alchemize. Okay. I don't think we have enough damage even with the Strength Pot. Alright, so we take 3. Not a big deal. Hey, First Dane, how's it going? Welcome to all the birds of all types and creeds and colors you have in your beautiful note. Clearly we're going for victory. A fight with many rewards. How many? What are they? If we can kill Taskmaster, the damage almost kills Gremlin Knob as well. Oh. I apologize for Nightbot's behavior here, Sir Artemal. I was not aware that that Nightbot was doing that. I just installed Nightbot today so I could do the shout out. Let's just shout out some random people just to demonstrate. Burnface is great. Everybody should check out her stream. She was streaming yesterday, drinking some wine, super chill, hanging out. First Stain, also great. If you subscribe to him, you get access to that sweet, sweet bird emote he keeps using for reasons that I don't completely understand, but that's fine. Redbeardy's also been hanging out here. Redbeardy's excellent. Super analytical Slay the Spire streamer. He's been going on about optimizing his silent win rate. Pretty fun project last couple days. Let's see who else is here. Baylor Lord was here earlier. He's probably not here anymore. I'm just gonna shout out Baylor Lord anyway. Baylor Lord's great. Super entertaining streamer. Always got some kind of wacky ladder going on. Yeah. So there we go. That's my apology for Nightbot being a little bit too aggressive on the mutes there. Oh yeah, Terrence. Oh my god, I have to shout out Terrence again for the huge stream earlier. Obviously, probably most of the viewers came from Terrence's stream because it was like a 60-person raid, which is higher than I usually get. Yeah, Terrence also does the super like analytical brand of Slay the Spire gameplay. He is sort of a silent expert. Okay, so there's actually a pretty reasonable decision here to be made about who we corpse explode. If we corpse explode Taskmaster, we can probably end the fight sooner. Life Coach is cool. I like Life Coach. But he's not here. We could shout out every single person. That's true. That's fair. I think we're gonna go with Taskmaster. It seems like this sort of cheesy preserved insect corpse explosion interaction with the like little damage ladder here, where we do 47 damage to kill an 89 health person, is pretty neat, and I think I would like to take advantage of that. Oh man. Okay, alright, we gotta shut down Nightbot. I guess I could just unmod Nightbot. That's kind of sneaky. Alright, Nightbot. Take a nap. We're benching Nightbot. Hit the showers, Nightbot. You're done. Nobody attacks first in. I can understand Sir Artemal. Sir Artemal, we've all wanted to ban Sir Artemal. But first aid is beyond reproach. Just kidding, Sir Artemal. Okay. We do need to do 3 damage to Gremlin Knob, but it seems like we can just accomplish all those objectives at once with the cool little dagger spray. Got a shovel and a question card. Interesting. We were offered a skewer a second ago. Now we're being offered a skewer plus. I passed a skewer, but like barely. I don't know if I can afford to pass a skewer plus. The thing I said at the time was that it added a dimension to the deck that we didn't really need. But that dimension is just like punching people in the face. And we have a well-laid plans. I guess I'll skip another skewer. We did pick up a Snecko Skull since then, so like we're even more confident in the Catalyst game plan. Also, we picked up a question card, so we're more likely to find things like Crippling Cloud and I guess just Crippling Cloud. I just want more Crippling Cloud. I want a Crippling Cloud. Do you hear me, Spire? Give me a Crippling Cloud. I think we just pass here. We've got a 28 card deck. We are kind of relying on finding Catalyst and well-laid plans. So, let's get that to happen. Oh, I forgot about Exercise. Sorry, B-Mod. Okay. Does Dagger Spray... It only does 12 damage, right? So it's not killing them. Yeah. Drat. I guess Explosive Potion does kill them and frees up room for... Or Strength Potion would have done it too. I'll use the... I'm actually going to restart the fight and do the Strength Pot. Yeah, I'm going to restart the fight and do the Strength Pot. Sorry about that. Hey, Terrence is still here. He's got the bird. Alright. And that frees up a spot for Alchemize, which gives us an attack pot. And I guess we just play all the rest of these cards. We don't need to play Survivor, but it doesn't matter if we do it or not. I guess maybe I should have considered playing the attack pot while he was vulnerable. I did not consider that. Could consider dodge and rolling here for next turn block, but I think the turn probably needs to be Corpse Explosion, Poison Sap, Catalyst. Seems pretty important. Oh, that sets up lethal. Yeah. No reason to consider any other lines there. Lethal is good. I'll take it. A Whetstone. Last two floors have offered a Deadly Poison. I didn't consider the first Deadly Poison. Maybe this is my opportunity to redeem myself. We do have a Escape Plan, so skills that do damage are pretty valuable. I was hoping that my next poison card would be a Crippling Cloud or a Noxious Fumes, but those are both uncommons, so we might never see either of them. Deadly Poison's fine too. I don't mind Deadly Poison. Probably not taking Reflex or Choke. Poison Stab is almost as good as Deadly Poison. Especially with a Snecko Skull. Poison Stab Plus is doing quite a bit of damage. I think the primary reason for not picking Poison Stab is it doesn't work with Escape Plan. Which is kind of a weak reason. But, you don't need much of a reason if you're already not picking Deadly Poison to skip a card that's, like, marginally worse. So I think we're skipping it all. And Whetstone. Oh man, wow, Poison Stab Glass Knife, that was a super good outcome. I was expecting like Strike Neutralize or something. Masterful Stab. I think I would have picked exactly those ones. Neat. Oh crap. Just passed through a card ward. Are we removing the injury? I guess let's see what's at the shop. It's possible we can keep the injury. We could Dolly's Mirror the injury. Get a second injury. Dolly's Mirror, I think, usually goes on Catalyst here. Getting multiple copies of Catalyst is super good. Usually for the sort of Act 3 bosses and beyond, you're going to want, like, Burst Catalyst or 2 Catalysts or something. Either just, like, you need a Catalyst for the first and second phase of Awakened one, or you need one for Donu and Deka, or you just, like, want to scale up consistently and quickly against the heart. There's lots of reasons to want to have 2 Catalysts. And we have access to that here. Another option we could do is Footwork, card remove, the injury. That makes the escape plan and all the block stuff better. Dodge and roll. So we're kind of choosing between offense and defense here. It does seem like the offensive plan of the deck is already pretty strong. So maybe we just pick defense. Footwork card remove makes things much more consistent. Yeah, exactly. Donu Deka is probably already fine because of Corpse Explosion. Double Catalyst is pretty helpful against Time Lord if we're going to name all the Act 3 bosses. So you can kill him without ever doing the second phase. It is going to be hard to land poison against Hyper Beam guy. Taking a second Catalyst doesn't help solve that problem, though. What I really want to solve that problem is Noxious Fumes, which we do not have. Both Dolly's Mirror and Footwork card remove add a card to the deck, although card remove also removes a card from the deck. I think I'm going to go with Dolly's Mirror here. We get to copy an already upgraded card, and a card that's kind of the linchpin of the strategy of the deck, so that makes the deck quite a bit better and more consistent. And we're not really guaranteed to get another shot at a Catalyst, much less a Catalyst Plus. And we also get to keep the cost of card remove at 100. I'm not too bothered by having the injury in the deck, and we might end up with another curse from Kurski. And if we do, keeping the cost at 100 increases the chance that we're going to be able to remove it. Where is that Catalyst? Oh, there it is. Bonus Catalyst. We can't afford anything else, right? We can afford an outmaneuver, but I don't think that's helpful. Alright, let's go fight another elite. This one is a book that stabs. Let's give him some weak and block out for next turn. We could have considered Attack Pot. I chose not to because of Artivore. I like the energy next turn. Okay, well, we're going to need to spend one of the potions here. I don't mind keeping an Explosive Pot for Hyper Beam guy. He does have orbs, so the Explosive Pot does do sort of triple normal damage. And Attack Pot here could get us like a dash or something. Or Sneaky Strike. Endless Agony does us the favor of getting out of the deck, so we don't have to draw it again. Dagger Spray does the most damage. Actually, Sneaky Strike does the most damage. You know what? Let's just take a Sneaky Strike. Hopefully we'll end the fight before we shuffle anyway. Thanks for the follow, Papera 526. Ooh, all right. Coconut, your bluff has been called. You've been summoned. All right, Twitch chat, here's the situation. So, I was wrong. Coconut is out of food. She's yelling at me for a legitimate reason. So what's going to happen is I'm going to actually just go feed her right now. And then once she's done eating, I'll go grab her and put her on camera. How about that? Be right back. Okay. Empty space streamer. That's right. One day I aspire to be a chair streamer, but currently I can't afford a chair. Hey, wait a minute. Huh. Oh, okay, Nightbot is going insane. Okay, good. Well, Nightbot doesn't have any power anymore. Oh, there's been a major chat riot. I've missed some stuff. Okay, alright. Alright, I'm caught up now. Alright. I guess I could ban Nightbot. That's silly. That's a silly idea. We have a regen pot. Look at that. Does Dead Branch ever generate Alchemize for Silent, or is that illegal? So we blocked out. Alright, Adrenaline, sure. Cool. Looks like we're playing all these cards and taking some damage. Seems like we're probably out of the fight before Regen Pot pays off. We might end up using Explosive Pot just to finish him. Oh, or we could use double Catalyst Plus. Seems good. Bye. Oh, Entropic Brew. That's awkward. We can take a second Alchemize. The White Skull is called Snecko Skull, and it is one of the best relics in the game. Certainly for its rarity class. Gives you an additional poison whenever you apply poison. So it's the source of quite a bit of our poison, to be honest. And you can find out more with the Spire info bot. Wow. Caltrops is okay. Poke and Dagger, probably bad. Glass Knife, also bad. I think we're going to skip both of these rares. I don't think we really need those. We're kind of already overloaded with Alchemize. Maybe we pick an Alchemize and then we get like a Sacred Bark from the boss. Sacred Bark would be so dope with 2 Alchemizes. Man, I would love it. If you apply 5, then it applies 6, yes? Yeah. It adds +1, not doubles? Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, it's not apply an additional 1 poison, not apply the poison again. Because that would be insane. I kind of want to live the Alchemized Dream. What does it cost me, though? It costs me some deck consistency. But if we pick Alchemize and go get a Sacred Bark, like, that's a really classy way to win the game. I'm like a big fan. But like, if we have 2 Alchemizes, we're gonna end up with like a Fairy in a Bottle and a whatchamacallit, like a Ghost in a Jar, or like 2 Fairies or something. We have not seen Potion Belt. So as strong as the Alchemized Dream is of just like chugging fruit juice all day, I think we're gonna pass on it. And I guess we'll discard the Explosive Pot from Tropic Brew. Lurker, I don't understand your emote. I mean, I can see the face he's making, but I don't understand the meaning. Yeah, this is definitely a Regen Potion situation. It's possibly Regen Potion and Entropic Brew here. But let's see what Acrobatics thinks first. Whee! Okay, so now we drink the Regen Pot so that we can drink the Alchemize. Get a Snecko Oil. So we can keep drawing cards if we want. What about like footwork, double defend, Snecko Oil? We'd be Snecko Oiling with 1 energy. If we get like a catalyst, we're sad, so I think we don't play it. We'll just Glass Knife. It's fine. Take some damage. Whatever. It's 2 damage. We're healing for 4 this turn. It's not a huge deal. There's a Catalyst. We can't play it, and we don't have well-laid plans yet. So that's it. I did forget Exercise again. I just like, I don't know, man. I'm very aggressively forgetful, I guess. I think I put your Exercise on the board, but I'll put it up again. So maybe you got two out of that one. But I do see that. Thank you for your bread bucks. I'll put them to good use. I think we're getting lethal soon. Yeah, it looks like we are. We're missing out on a little bit of regen pot value. That might have been a mistake to kill him that quickly. I guess we only lost one health. Hey, pseudo StarCraft 2, thanks for the follow. I'm presuming that's StarCraft. SC, South Carolina, maybe. Let's look at SCB. State Coconut, Soul Calibur, Sim City. Wow, Hansan is good at this. Early StarCraft, nailed it. And thanks for the follow, Lurker. I won't mention you again. Thanks. Okay, we're not going to forget about exercising this time. So we're going to exercise. Right. I do like Leg Sweep quite a bit. Leg Sweep is definitely a good card. It seems like there's a lot of options here. Deflect, Calculated Gamble, and Leg Sweep are all quite nice. I wish I had cheese and crackers. Alright, I'm gonna go get Coconut as promised. She's probably just now settling into a sunspot and a heat pad, so she'll be upset to see me, but that's okay. I just fed her. I have the right? She seen I was trying to put her up on her pillow, so she like started scrambling to try and reach it, but I wasn't, so we like had a little disagreement about what was happening next. Alright. Ooh, soft laughing cow cheeses, those are nice. Okay, what do you think I should pick, Coconut? Coconut's leaning toward Leg Sweep, literally, so I guess I should probably do that. She's kind of antsy. Sorry for not giving people more Coconut time. Let's see. She got me a bit of a scratch there too. Roquefort, best cheese. Tell me more about this Roquefort cheese. Do we upgrade? Can we afford it? Are we gonna die to the first hyper beam? Are we gonna kill him before he hyper beams? I considered having a little camera that was like over here where her little pad is. Here, I'll give you a little demo of what that would look like. So currently I'd be showing you this little cat angle. But then she actually doesn't sit there very often. She sits there a lot while I'm not streaming, but I think she doesn't like that I'm talking so much. So she's like, what's going on? I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna find a quieter place. Oh. Sorry, she's in trouble. That cat, she just she tried to jump like really far and she got her claw hooked on a blanket, pulled the blanket with her. She's all out of sorts. Hyper Beam guy, Sir Artemal. We're about to fight Hyper Beam guy. I don't remember what his real name is. Bronze Automaton, I guess. I think we've got him, right? We've got a lot of weak. We've got some decks. We should be able to survive a Hyper Beam, and we might kill him before we get Hyper Beamed. Thanks for the follow, Ferrari Light. Yeah, she loves my standing desk. You can't see it, but we've got it set up so there's like lots of little I don't know, tables at various heights, and I've got my keyboard on one and my monitors on another one. And she loves to just like go back and forth between my standing desk and my wife's standing desk. It's right next to it. But sometimes she'll like fall. She's like fallen from the standing desk like a couple of times. It's kind of slippery. But that's just cat life, you know? I want to dig, if I can afford to dig. Doesn't seem like the upgrades are super necessary. And relics are really good. And I think we can afford not sleeping. So I'm going to dig. Got a horn cleat. It's a hell of a relic. She's not falling constantly. I don't think she's blind. But I don't know. She might not be as visually acute as she used to be. I want to play Alchemize, but my slots are full. Do I just discard Snecko Oil? I think I do. Snecko Oil is pretty low value. It can get you out of trouble, but it can also get you into trouble. So we're going to toss it here. Vulnerable Pot gets rid of a artifact charge. Let's see what this is doing. Let's go ahead and Fear Pot and then drink the Entropic Brew. Ooh, Poison Pot. So we could Poison Stab, Poison Pot Catalyst right now. And he'd go up to 722 poison. And then when we see the next Catalyst, he'd go from maybe like 30 to 90. It seems like since we can't hold on to this Catalyst, that's probably correct. Although, it's not a great use, right? Yeah, we did. Get potioned. I mean, if you're gonna have one big turn, turn one is probably the turn you want to do, right? Plus, we've got plenty of potions. Okay. We have 3 leg sweeps in hand, so I guess I'll distribute them to the various children. Lose a glass knife. Alright, we haven't lost any health yet. I think we're just going straight for Bronze Automaton this game. I unmodded Nightbot earlier, so he can't he can't mute people anymore. Sorry, I apologize for the Nightbot shenanigans. I just added him to the stream today. I didn't realize he was going to start stirring up trouble. This seems fine. So I think we're killing him before he does his thing now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, stop spamming caps. I don't know, man. Like, who even wants that? Like, is that ever good Nightbot behavior? Come on, Nightbot. Stop trying to help. You're bad at it. We do take 6 here. That's something. Adrenaline, save me. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought this was Twitch. Oh, I love it. What if we, like, corpse exploded and killed an orb this turn? Is that possible? That's not possible. Okay. Well, given that that's not possible, let's continue trying to assassinate Bronze Automaton. Oh, I just wasted a Nunchaku. I guess I'll recharge it for Act 3. Oh, the orb that steals the defend. Sucks to be that guy. Okay. Alright, so we managed to not get hyper beamed. That's good. Doesn't really seem like 1,000 cuts. I think Die to Die is usually best in Act 1. Not really super enthusiastic about Die to Die anymore. We get a backup corpse explosion, and we could get a malaise. We didn't pick a malaise from the floor 1 card reward, but we could pick up a malaise now. Yeah, I think that Silent is usually the is usually people's worst character because she's not super strong. First Dane says this is the easiest choice of his life. Wow. That's interesting. I think that Corpse Explosion and Malaise are relatively equal. I mean, we picked Corpse Explosion over Malaise last time, so does that mean we do that again? The things we said before are probably mostly still true. Gets the deck a little bit more consistency. But maybe we need both, and I don't know. I don't think we need both. I think Malaise is pretty helpful. Oh my god, we did get Sacred Bark. Wow, can you imagine? I mean, we already got a fairy in a bottle, so we've only got 1 slot left. But still. Maybe we should take Busted Crown. I kind of think we're done taking cards. We're at 31. We've got 2 Catalysts and like 4 leg sweeps. Another Footwork would be nice, but that's pretty much all we want. Bell is nice too. A lot of times as Silent, or at least for me, as Silent, when I'm picking Bell, it's because I want Poison Synergy. And we already have Snecko Skull, so we're not super likely to get Poison Synergy. I think the only Poison Synergy relic we could get is the Specimen, which would be nice. But the Specimen isn't really very helpful when you have Corpse Explosion, because usually when somebody dies, there's nobody left to transfer their poison to. They just all explode. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk on Calling Bell. Is there really not any cards that we want? What about, like, Wraith Form? There's no Wraith Form in this deck. Yeah, Wraith form would be nice. The Sacred Bark is such a thing though with the Alchemize. But we've only got one potion slot left. And we don't really need 5 energy. We have a Art of War and an all-skill deck and a Curse Key already. Like, what is Busted Crown doing for us exactly? I guess we have acrobatics, so like maybe sometimes we draw enough that we need more energy. We have not seen Potion Belt, so we could still get Potion Belt. Ironically, the best way to get Potion Belt would be to pick Calling Bell. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I don't know if I've ever actually discarded a fairy, excepting at the top of the spire. But I think Sacred Bark is probably the pick here, and if I have 2 fairies and an Alchemize in hand with a Sacred Bark, I think I will discard a fairy. If I'm not imminently dying. Alright, let's do it. Yay, 60! Time Lord. Not much money. We've been managing to spend all of our money without going to shops this run, which is kind of incredible. Mega Elite's here, probably want to go to this fire before him. So, probably go this route. Wow, look at all these fires. Fire, 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 fire. That's crazy. So I guess we'll go to these 2 question marks, finish our easy pool, do 1 hard pool, and then start doing fires and elites. Until the game is over. Yeah, exactly. Fires or digs. And we could dig for the belt. Get the super mega combo going. We could just not defend and then melees for 4. If we melees for 4, or Calcum I think blocks out. I guess that seems wise. I guess we can Dagger Spray too, and then melees for 3. I think that's enough, because he'd go down to 8 and then be weakened. Yeah. Also get 12 damage. This is a pretty fast fight, so I think we want to get it over with. And he scales up too quickly for melees to ever really block him. Okay. Deadly and Neutralize are happening. Survivor's not happening. I think we just go ahead and Catalyst him now, because that gives us lethal next turn. Most likely. We need to get 1 damage. Come on, deck. 1 damage. Did it. Okay. Backflip, concentrate. I don't know. I don't know why I would pick concentrate. Concentrate seems weird. Oh, that's true. We could have waited for Alchemize. Which boss relic did we end up taking? Well, if you look in the relic bar, you can see the Sacred Bark. Yeah, Backflip is really good. We also have 5 energy and Dex, so Backflip is just sort of a good card. Yeah, I feel like waiting around in the Orb Walker fight is not a super good idea, but you're totally right. I could have just waited 1 extra turn, basically for free, because we had him blocked out, and he was dead to poison if we just didn't touch him. But I did not think about that at the time. Okay, backflip or skip, I think, are the options here. I like the backflip. That's true, the backstab works with the vulnerable. I think probably on turn 1 we want to proc Art of War. so we don't want to be playing attacks. Glass Knife Plus seems good, though. We have a couple of backup leg sweeps, so I guess we can lose a leg sweep. Losing well-laid plans seems like a big deal, although in reality, we haven't really been using it. We've pretty much just been playing the catalysts as soon as we see them, because we have 2 of them. So maybe we lose the well-laid plans? I could go with any of these. I think any of them are probably reasonable. Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose the Glass Knife. I hate losing a Glass Knife Plus, though. It's so much damage. Especially on turn 1. But, like, it's not gonna hurt Giant Head. It'll kill a dagger, though. Rectomancer Dagger. We do have 3 leg sweeps, but I kind of want 3 leg sweeps. We have a lot of defensive options. Alright, I'll lose a leg sweep. Yeah, I don't know. I think I could have gone either way. Gold for regret. No, there's no shop coming up. No, thank you. This is a fight where Malaise is fine. Probably want a Deadly Poison and leg sweep, though. So it doesn't do much. I do love Art of War. Art of War is a great one. I think my favorite relic is probably Pocket Watch, but that's not here. You might say it's neither here nor there. I'm gonna Deadly Poison the one with the most health, so that when we Corpse Explode him, he kills everyone. Be honest, Brainface, did you say it in all caps just to get Nightbot riled up? This one's buffing, so let's weaken him. And I guess Malaise this one? Maybe, yeah, that was backwards. Maybe I should have just played the dodge and roll for block next turn. Okay, a lot of stuff to do this turn. Let's start with Footwork Backflip. Drat. Ah, Glass Knife. Why? Doesn't work with Escape Plan. That was what we should have done with the falling event. Get rid of the stupid Glass Knife. What was that? Glass Knife was giving us a lethal here? Oh. My mistake. Wait, is it? So it does 24 plus 6 plus, or plus 7 plus 7. 24 plus 14 is 38 plus 3, so 41 damage. Off by a bit. And we can't play Bane with it. But it gives us lethal next turn. And let's see. This turn we're not quite blocking out, though. Is this are we proccing and talking? We are. So then we can Glass Knife, Bane, Neutralize, and Corpse Explosion? Yep. That is a good point for Stain. Thank you for looking at the numbers that are on the screen. I guess we could set Nunchaku on 9. Yeah, maybe we don't want to win this turn, because we haven't set Nunchaku on 9 or found Optimize. Thanks for the subscription, Lurker3. Wow. Amazing. You now have access to all sorts of excellent emotes, like Vegeta One Love, because my emote prefix is Vegeta. Okay, I think we're giving up on lethal this turn because of the side questy stuff, so let's play Acrobatics. Oh, okay. Catalysts want to get in the game. That makes sense. I guess we'll just knock one of them down with... No, but if we knock one down, then we're rocking the chocolate, aren't we? So I think we can knock the front one down with, like, Glass Knife Neutralized Catalyst. Or Glass Knife Bane or something. Yeah, what am I doing with my life? But I don't want to take damage to look for Alchemized, do I? Maybe I do. But if I drop past Corpse Explosion, then it's not clear how I win this fight anymore. Maybe the Galaxy Brain play here is to, like, neutralize somebody else and Corpse Explosion somebody else, and then kill this guy. So can I do that? Okay, so I'd probably want to Corpse Explosion this guy, since he has lower health. Or maybe this guy, so that he kills them all when he dies. Actually, I can't really win the fight this turn at all, which is what I was thinking of doing, because if I Corpse Explode him, he does 59 damage to the other guys, and they do not die because they have armor. This predicament is not a big deal. I think this predicament will be resolvable. So if we Corpse Explosion this guy, can we kill this guy? So we'd kill him with 24 plus 14 damage, so that's... sorry, 24 plus 14 is 38, plus 12 is 50, so he takes 57 and dies. Oh, that's true, block does fall off before poison decks. Good point. I have seen that interaction many times, and failed to internalize it because it's weird. Okay, so let's kill him. This only gets us 1 energy. Thought we... What did I just play? Oh, Glass Knife and Bane both cost 1 energy. For some reason I thought playing all 3 attacks would only cost 1 energy, because in my mind one of the attacks was neutralized, but that doesn't do enough damage. Okay, alright, we screwed up. Alright, this is gonna be fun. We're gonna have to wheel around to Corpse Explosion, but we'll get there. Use math. Wow, that's rude. Alright, Adrenaline. We're gonna have to knock somebody down to avoid taking damage here. Looks like you are the whipping boy here. And I don't think we can get him either. Yeah, he's a little bit behind. Hold on to the injury so we don't shuffle it. And now we're taking damage for no reason. Cool. Alright, we basically just, like, threw the run because we were looking for Alchemize. Hopefully that doesn't cost us too much. Why did you say Snecko Eye on Sun? Are you talking about Snecko's Skull? Oh, Snecko Oil. You were asking for Alchemize to play something. Alright, let's look for stuff, and set this guy up to be the next target, and block out, and set up, finish up here. Okay, can I get the Corpse Explosion back? Yes, I can. Alright, we've done the Alchemize. We're Everybody's below 50, so this is lethal. Another attack would be nice, setting us up on 8. Okay. Got there. We took a bunch of damage, but we got there. Alright. There's the second riddle with holes of the run. This one's upgraded. And we're also not on floor 3 anymore, so I don't think we're interested in that. Concentrate, Infinite Blades, and Sucker Punch. I don't see any particular synergies here, so I think we're skipping the whole lot. Alright. Spire Growth. This one stacks some weakness up on him. And try and find some poison. 2 catalysts. So the first one would go to 13 poison, the second one would go to 43. We could trigger Nunchaku here. Maybe we look in the attack pot for a poison attack. I guess Poison Stab is the only one. Which may be lethal. We can't hold these, so I think I'll go ahead and play them. No, they're not huge. Currently taking 3 damage. If we don't play any attacks, we keep Nunchaku on 9, and we get an extra energy next turn with Art of War. I'm not sure what we want that energy all for. I think we just want the damage. So I'll just take the damage. Okay, found a couple of adrenalines. Could help us recharge our Nunchaku. We need to block for 25. We're currently blocking for 17, so we're a little short. I think we'll try and upgrade the attack pot with the Alchemize. He is weak, so I'll take a card draw. Or 2. And 2 energy. And ended up downgrading the attack pot. Darn. Okay. So we've blocked for 25. Let's go ahead and just get some poison. We've done everything we need to do in this fight. And look for some attacks. Okay. We've been granted an energy pot. Cloak and Dagger Plus is nice if you've got Kunai or something, but we don't. Deflect scales with Dex, but it costs 0. We have a surprising amount of energy stuff with the Nunchaku and Art of War. Curse Key. So I don't think we really want something that costs 0. I think we want backflips for that energy efficient source of block. So we're passing all these. Calculated again was kind of interesting. No. Energy pot versus Swift pot. I think we're going for Swift pot. Energy pot is interesting though. Thanks for the follow, lactation consultant. Maybe we take the energy pot because of malaise. Malaise is pretty good. Swift pot can get us out of trouble though, which energy pot is not likely to do. Also, Act 3 elites are not generally resolved by a giant malaise. So I'm going to keep the Swift pot. We could probably survive at 30. We could definitely die to a Reptomancer. I guess we heal for 36. Wish we hadn't lost all that stupid health in the stupid Orblings fight. And then be able to dig here. But I think we lost a relic in that fight, so let's go ahead and heal. Di Serono in our coffee? I don't know what that means. What's Di Serono? These are almost free. They cost 1 because of Nunchaku. And it's turn 1, so he's vulnerable, so they're getting played. And then I guess we malaise him for a bunch. Ooh, almond liquor. That sounds good. We had our... I thought we were intangible because he was attacking for 1 and we're playing silent, but we're not intangible. We just malaised him really hard. I guess we draw 6 cards to get a new potion. Okay, that turned out well. It's an entropic brew. How nice. We've already used an attack this turn, apparently. I think we neutralized without thinking too much about it. Liqueur. So I guess we'll bane him for 2. Got him. Alright, second catalyst is lethal. Might as well go looking for some attacks first. Nope, didn't find any. Let's find Bane. Okay. A speed pot. Is a speed pot worse than an entropic brew? I guess I'll drink the entropic brew and then consider whether speed pot is worse than the result. I don't think we want any of these. Piercing one's kind of interesting. I think we're still trying to dex block. We've got attack pot versus speed pot. I think I like attack pot. 10 dex is an awful lot, but no. Alright, we could smith something or we could dig. Probably going to end up digging. Just want to do my due diligence here and look at the smithing options. Yeah, none of these are as good as a relic. Okay. We could recall here too. We have to recall at some point. Yeah, I guess let's recall here. Okay. Probably skipping this chest. It is a medium chest. We've opened 2 small chests this run, much to my chagrin. But I don't think there's some pretty bad outcomes from this this curse. So I think we have to abide by them. We don't need the power a ton. I don't have to open it. Mobfatha trying to force me to open stuff. What's that all about? Oh crap, we do have to open it. Whoa, I almost skipped it. Yep, we have to take this, and then we have to take the curse all the way unless one of these question marks removes it. I don't regret taking either of the other blue things, because the Regal Kilo is really important, and the other one was, what, the Snecko Skull? I don't think I could reasonably skip either of those, but we are getting a curse here. We high-rolled the shit out of that. Got a clumsy. Very nice. Yep, everybody's saying key. That is correct. We need the key. You guys know what's up. Let's dig. Letter opener. That'll proc a couple times. It's a good fight for AoE stuffs. We're trying to kill an exploder here. This does 36 damage, so I'll hit the biggest exploder. And then I think we'll use the attack bot to try and kill the other one too. Riddle with Holes does so much damage, but double poison stab is probably enough. And it might let us put damage on somebody else. Yep, it is enough. Okay, cool. And then we can hold these. Hold this. Okay. I guess if we leg sweep, we can afford to dagger spray. Okay. Hold the catalyst until the spiker has some poison, presumably. If we can block for 20, we can stab him. I guess I'll just note the days. Upgrade all the cards. That doesn't seem particularly useful in this here situation. We have both Catalysts in hand. I guess we can block for 20. And end the fight with Nunchaku on 9. I guess we only needed to block for 11. I didn't realize we were ending the fight. Man, Riddle with Holes really wants to get in the deck. Doppelganger's kind of fun. We got a lot of energy. We don't have Chemex, but we would definitely take Chemex if we saw it. But the only opportunity for that is going to be the Act 4 shop, so not super likely. We've also seen a lot of calculated gambles, but we have said no to all of them. I think we're going to continue to do that. Doppelganger. We have some curses, and having a Doppelganger and a bunch of energy means that we can draw a hand where we have curses and a Doppelganger, so we can avoid not using all of our energy by pumping in a Doppelganger, but then we can also play the Doppelganger to draw a bunch of cards, so the curses are less important. But I still think it's not good enough. We've got a 32 card deck, we kind of need to avoid picking garbage. Okay. Hopefully there is no fight here, so that we get to carry the letter opener, or Ancient Tea Set energy to the Mega Elite. And I think we're just going to dig the Toy Ornithopter. Wow, we really got a lot of potion synergy this run. Toy Ornithopter, Sacred Bark, Alchemize, Dream. We're going to pass on this one. Small chest. We already have the blue key. Pretty good on relics. Alright, Mega Elite Reptimancer. Pretty scary in general. In this specific case, though, it looks like we'll be fine, because we can Corpse Explosion one of the daggers and blow it up on turn 1. And Well Laid Plans lets us hold the defend, I suppose. Alright, we haven't taken any damage, so Masterful Stab is still working, although it turns off Art of War. Should have played Footwork before that, I'm not sure how I missed that. We are blocking for 41. Not quite enough. They're attacking for 52. Go ahead and toss in a Masterful Stab. I don't think we need the energy that badly. Okay. Draw a bunch of cards. We can Bane him to death. That seems like a good idea. Can we Deadly Poison double Catalyst Reptimancer right now? Is that lethal? So 7 puts her at 11. First Catalyst puts her at 34. Second Catalyst puts her at 103 or something. So nope, not quite. We can block for 15 and weaken the dagger. And malaise the dagger. As well as doing the silly shenanigans with the poison. Okay. Well, maybe we can kill the dagger. No. We'd have to... I don't even know what we'd do. Okay. Okay. Would it have been worth waiting on killing the one you Corpse Exploded on until turn 2 to wipe out all 4 daggers? Certainly possible. The reason I did it on turn 1 instead of waiting for turn 2 is because I was taking some damage on turn 1, I think. They were hitting for 18, and I didn't have the block. So that's what I was thinking at the time. That may or may not have been actually true. Let's play some attacks to get Nunchaku going. And, oops, not that one. And then go ahead and try and trade up the Blessing of the Forge. An Explosive Pot, okay. Maybe should have drank the explosive pot in case there's a potion in the card reward. Very useful, Mob Bank. Floor 48. I guess it'll get me a couple gold before we get to the Act 4 shop. I don't think I want any of these. Poison Stab is actually worth considering. We haven't found like a Noxious Fumes or anything, which I've been looking for forever. And it's just about the last opportunity to get a card. But I don't think these are correct. Okay. Alright. One more dig. Are we smithing? Do we need the health? I think one more dig is correct. Yeah, Vajra. We got that strength scaling I was dreaming on floor 3 when we picked the dagger spray and we're considering the 5 times attack. Just took us 43 floors to find. Adrenaline is not super good in the matchup, but I'll take it right now. Gross. Taking some serious damage here. We need to find some catalyst combos here. We don't have any sustain either, so we're down to 41. I guess we do have some sustain with 21 Thought Grip, but we're down to 46 for the next boss fight at max. We could Distilled Chaos. We'd end our turn by playing the next 6 cards. I think that's probably one best save for the next boss fight. So I think we just Survivor here. Or maybe Poison Stab? Maybe we need the poison really badly. I think we do need the poison really badly. Okay. Alright. Deadly Poison Corpse Explosion is a good start on the poison. However, he's hitting for 32. And doesn't block at all. So I think we like Leg Sweep. I guess if he's weak, he loses, 5 plus 3, so 8 damage. So he goes down to 24 damage. We can block for 8 and still fit in the 2. No, I don't think that's good enough. I think it's going to be Leg Sweep, Backflip, Deadly Poison. So let's Backflip first. Malaise is here. Okay, I think we're going to hold the Malaise this turn. So we're going to do Leg Sweep, Deadly Poison, and the next turn is going to be just Malaise. Kind of risky, but we do end up getting the Art of War proc, so we do have 5 energy Malaise. Yep, 5 energy Malaise pays off pretty well here. We don't get to Adrenaline it, because he's at 11 on the clock, but we only take 3 damage. Okay, let's see what Adrenaline's got for us. Footwork Defend gets most of the way there. Hold the Catalyst. Let's see, so assuming we want to kill him with Catalyst, we want to get him sort of like as close to 241 as possible without going, or I guess as close to 240 as possible without going under. And then we need him to get to at least 120 poison. Or at least, probably at least 121. Poison. So that he dies without healing himself. Okay, so we've got 2 catalysts. They both triple the poison and add 1. 121 is triple 40. And then 40 is triple 12. So we need to get him to like 12 poison before we can do a catalyst, so we can't do it right now. 10 is not enough. Well, 10 could be enough, I guess. If we catalyst him, he goes up to 31, and then we find like some deadly poisons and stuff, so that we catch him up to 40 poison when he's at T40. So he'd be at 30 poison, 31 poison. He'd take 31, then 30, then 29. That's a total of like 90 damage. Seems like we'd have enough time. Although, wait, what's the point? Why don't we just hold Catalyst right now? That's true. That's true. I think we're just going to hold Catalyst. There's no reason to do it now. We'll play one more Poison card, and then we'll play Catalyst, I think. No reason to rush. Wish I had Nauseous Fumes, though. Nauseous Fumes would make this a lot easier. Okay, there's the next Poison card. So this gets him up to 17. Catalyst right now would take him up to 52. Is that right? Yeah. 30 plus 21 plus 1. So 52. He would take 52, then 51, then 50. That hits him for like 150. Is it 53? But 7 times 3 is 21. No, it's 52 because of skull. Otherwise it'd be 51. So, oh, sorry, yeah, I wasn't being super explicit with the math, although I did say 30 plus 21 plus 1, which includes the 1 from the thing. Okay, so if we put him to 52, he takes 52, then 51, then 50, which is 153. 153 minus his current health puts him at 245, which is pretty much perfect. But we have to find the next catalyst in the next 3 turns, or else it doesn't work. 3 turns is almost all the deck, so we should be able to do that pretty easily. Okay. And I guess for some reason we're holding on to Dagger Spray here. Acrobatics can help us find it. We do not want to do damage, so Poison Stab is not happening. And we can just defend this turn. Having 2 on the clock is a little bit worrisome. Maybe we hold Poison Stab in case we need to restart Poison in the second phase. Probably not happening, but could happen. Okay, so he's taking 50 and going to 240 exactly. Yikes. I guess we letter opened her at some point. So he does not split at 240. He splits at 239. Because Time Eater's ability heals him, and it would be awkward if he healed himself for 0, I guess. So we do actually have another turn to look for this. And in order to be able to play Backflip or Escape Plan to find Catalyst next turn, I'm going to proc the clock here so that we can play more than 1 card next turn. I guess we could also play 0 cards now. That would be an option. But like worst case scenario, maybe we play Distilled Chaos to get it. So I'll play 2 cards now. Actually, we can't really play the Distilled Chaos because then we would punch him with Masterful Stab. Oh wait, no, Masterful Stab is non-harmful here. because he's going to be below. He's going to realize that he needs to proc this turn no matter what. All right, so let's see if we need to first. We do. Okay, let's do it. Alright, and that should be it for him. Let's go ahead and make him explode when he dies. It seems important. And we've set up Nunchaku on 9. Did we win with just Orbs? Are you saying we didn't need to potion? He was at 240, and we didn't have Catalyst, so he only had like 50 poison on him. I don't understand how we could have done the other 190 damage. Must have missed something. Okay. That's a dead snail. Right. Alchemize, ready to get in there. Explosive pot, not super useful for boss fights, turns out. Although this is probably the best boss fight for it, right? Because there's 2 targets. Makes sense. Okay, I think we need to start wearing down Donu's artifact charges. So let's do that. We need to block for 13, which is Survivor Defend. We can avoid discarding Clumsy, even though there is no downside to doing that. Oh, I guess, yeah, Clumsy's the one that exhausts. I'm glad I did it. I thought it was the injury, which doesn't matter if you don't exhaust, but it wasn't. It was the one where it does matter. We could Malaise for 5. Seems like a bit of a waste. We would get 5 copies of Weak, but we wouldn't get the 5 strength down. It would remove the artifact charge, which is potentially quite important. But even with Weak, he would hit us for some damage. So maybe that's not a good idea. I don't think I like the plan of waiting for Malaise to wheel around and then playing it again. I think I'd rather play it now. So I think I'm going to play like one of these defensive cards and then Malaise. He's going to do, let's see, 15 with Weak is... he would lose 4 damage and go down to 11, so he's going to 22. So if we defend, we take 2. If we dodge and roll, we take 3. But then we block for 4 next turn. So I think maybe I'll just do both. Yeah, I guess I'll take 0 since the Malaise is only hitting with Weak anyway. We just get 1 extra Weak proc for 3 health. I see. Yeah, it's possible we could have gotten there, but I would hate to half get there and then let him heal, you know? We could extend Weak on Donu, or we could remove artifact charges on Dekka. I'm not sure if we need to remove artifact charges on Dekka. So let's just extend the Weak on Donu. This avoids having to play neutralized too. But we do have to take some damage here. Not playing the attacks to keep Art of War energy. Okay, we do get to land a Glass Knife, but we take a bunch of damage. Glass Knife is free. Yikes. It's doing 26 damage. We're not dying. I'll save the explosive pot for a time when it's removing more armor. But we might need that for health here in a second. I was wondering where those adrenalines were. Let's Poison Stab and then Acrobatics, try to redraw the Poison Stab. I will use the Explosive Butt now, because the Plated Armor is building up. Okay, do we Catalyst here? No, I think we just Leg Sweep Bane Boss now. I was gonna hold the Catalyst. Do you think Catalyst now? Puts him up to 33. I mean, I think the decision's kind of made now by the Leg Sweep. It's probably the wrong target for the Leg Sweep. There's no way he's surviving that long. Okay, now we have 2 Catalysts and a Corpse Explosion. So this takes him up to 17, and then... we just did 17 times 3 plus 1, which is 52, and then 157. That's exactly his health total? Is that really what's happening? I guess so. And then the Corpse Explosion makes him do his damage twice. I'm going to do the math again just to make sure. This goes up to 7. This is 30 plus 21 plus 1, which is 52. And then 52 is 150 plus 6 plus 1. Yeah, 157. Wow, exact lethal on Donu here. Kind of insane. I don't know if I've ever seen an exact poison lethal. I guess it's not because of the stupid letter opener. We could draw a zero-cost attack. Okay, Act 4 it is. It's kind of interesting that when somebody dies with multiple stacks of Corpse Explosion, it doesn't do their damage to their allies multiple times. It does their health times the number of stacks of Corpse Explosion one time. I didn't realize before, but this is an actual floor. So like this, you fight the first Act 3 boss on floor 50, the second Act 3 boss on floor 51, and then floor 52 is like you just interact with the door and stuff, but it counts for like mob bank. And then this is floor 53. We could get 20-ish health. I guess it's 16 health. That would be nice. Or we could dig. 16 health versus dig. I guess... We're probably buying a potion at the shop. So we'll have... We're kind of already at 60, if we consider the health from drinking that potion. But if we rest, then I guess we would get the health from the potion after we take damage. I think if I got to, like, choose my relic, I would dig, but that's not how dig works. I think we'll rest. Shuriken. Crippling Cloud. Hey, there it is. I'm looking for that all run. It's not amazing now, but it's still good. 8 plated armor is a lot. I like Essence of Steel so much better when you have Sacred Bark. 4 never seems like enough to block anything, but 8 is a ton. Hopefully we're doing a Not Die Silent run. I'm not sure how we're going to not die against the Heart. It seems like the Heart might kill us. We have a Pantograph available. Pantograph seems pretty helpful in not dying. So maybe like Pantograph, Crippling Cloud, Essence of Steels. Can we afford all that? Yes, we can. Can't afford a card remove. We do have some curses that would be nice to remove. Panic Button, you're saying is way better than what? That's, I mean, Panic Button is nice. The heal. It's better than Pantograph? Oh man, I don't know about that. Pantograph is 25 health. I guess Panic Button can be 30 health, but it can also be, like, kind of hard to play in the heart fight. It is nice to have a Panic Button, both literally and figuratively. I guess so. I mean, you're presuming that we draw Panic Button and that it's useful on a specific turn. Like, it's very possible that we, like, take a bunch of damage on turn 2 in the Act 4 Elite and then never take damage again. And if we don't happen to draw Panic Button on turn 2, or both Panic Button and Well-Laid Plans on turn 1, then it's not actually worth any health. So you can mark me as skeptical for Panic Button. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm skeptical. Man, what if we dug and got like a whatchamacallit, lizard tail? We could have gotten a lizard tail and a pantograph and a fairy in a bottle. We could get another Well-Laid Plans. I think that's probably a good idea. Somehow I just like slipped right past that when I was looking at cards, because I was like, Crippling Cloud. I mean, I don't disagree that Panic Button blocks. It does stuff. So when Panic Button says you can't block for 2 turns, what it means is after you play this, you can't get blocked this turn, and then also you can't get blocked next turn. Is that correct? That's my memory of Panic Button. Or does it literally mean you can't block this turn, you can't block next turn, and you also can't block the turn after that? So that is pretty good against the heart. Okay, I was worried that, like, because it says 2 turns, and then without thinking about it, I was like, but if I play it on the last heart attack turn, it's still going to last through the beginning of the next heart attack turn. Okay, how about this then? Let me blow your mind. What if we do Pantograph and Panic Button? And we don't get an extra Well-Laid Plans or Crippling Cloud or Essence of Steel. Because Essence of Steel feels like we're buying like 13 health, right? If the plated armor only hits once, I guess that's not really fair, and we heal for 5. So assuming that the plated armor, like, what's a charitable assumption for plated armor block? Let's assume that, like, when it breaks, we get hit for 3 each time, so it blocks for 8 once, and then 5, and then 2, so it blocks for 15. So plated steel is kind of like 20 health. So it is, if you think about it that way, it's quite a bit better health per gold than Pantograph. Alright, so we should definitely buy... I guess we're skipping Pantograph? Gosh. So it's like Essence of Steel, Panic Button, Crippling Cloud, Well-Laid Plans? Can we afford all that? We can. Maybe Steel, Panic, Crippling Cloud, card remove? It's better than Well-Laid Plans. I'm not convinced Well-Laid Plans needs to get picked here. I don't think it's ever Shuriken. We only have like 4 attacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 attacks. Alright, I think I'm pretty happy with the Essence of Steel, Panic Button, Crippling Cloud card remove line. You saying remove an attack? Why would I remove an attack over an injury? Injury is literally unplayable. It says so right there on the card. Yeah, this is the Act 4 shop, so we've definitely already got a plan. Injury and Masterful Stab are the same card. True. Drat, we drew... This is among the worst possible hands. Let's just all take a minute and appreciate how truly terrible this hand is. We get Alchemize while we can't drink the... we can't drink a potion for health. We can't hold the Alchemize. We get both Catalysts before we have any poison or well-laid plans. Survivor's fine. Jeez. Okay. Well, I guess I'm drinking the Plated Steel and using Survivor so that I can free up a slot for Alchemize to do something. This is gross. Oh, we got another fairy. Okay. I mean, hey. I'm definitely not complaining about fairies. That's, Oh, yeah, no, the Essence of Steel was almost certainly always happening in this fight. Okay, well, we're losing a lot of health. We get to land the explodey part of Corpse Explosion, but not the poison part. Which is unfortunate. But I guess we're playing all the cards. Oh, wait. Play the Strike? No, it's 0 damage and it breaks Art of War. Alright, it looks like the Plated Steel was worse than Projections, unfortunately. Let's draw some cards. I kind of want to, like, generate backflip, or generate block with backflip, use Malaise on Spear, and then turn around with Neutralize. Yeah, this is a pretty bad draw order. Well-laid plans is not really doing anything because we already drew both copies of Catalyst. And that's really the only well-laid plans thing we care about. Other than just blocking. So if we backflip, Malaise, Neutralize, we're blocking for 8 and weakening him. He hits for 38, I believe. Let me check that again because I check it every time. I think this is like my most looked up Slay the Spire fact. How much damage does Smash do? It's 38. Okay, so he does 38 damage, so he's going to lose 9 damage from the weak and go down to 29. So if we backflip and we have the block from Plated Armor, we block for 12, and we take 17 life damage. And then Spire Spear hits us for like 2 times 2. So we end up taking 19 damage. Or, sorry, 21 damage. I guess that's okay. Oh wait, we're not establishing Crippling Cloud with that line. Oh god. Maybe we just eat a fairy here. If we turn around, and then the Spire Spear doesn't kill us, he just reduces our health flow, and then the Spire Spear kills us and we eat a fairy. And in return for that, we can play Crippling Cloud, Malaise, Neutralize. So we Malaise the Spear for 2, and then turn around with the Neutralize. Yeah, it's true. I was thinking about alchemize. I'd prefer not to eat a fairy, but I think it's the way to do it here. We can't be skipping poison. This fight's way too hard to be ignoring our 1 win condition. Okay. Oh man, I forgot about Orc Alchem. It's been a long time since Orc Alchem proc, so we actually didn't eat a fairy there. Which is insane. Neat. If we turn around, he punches us, so there's no point in glass knifing forward, so I guess we just hold it. And by hold it, I mean discard it at the end of the turn, obviously. Double leg sweep does some blocking. Masterful Stab is completely unplayable now and forever. We're just killing them with letter opener procs. It's like the only damage we've done. Okay, let's draw the cards. If we die, does the panic button debuff go away? I think it doesn't. I think you keep it. It seems like all your debuffs should get purged when you die, but I don't think how the game works. We have 7 energy, so we can play whatever we want. But what do we want? Probably want to use Bane to turn around. Actually, no. I don't think we do want to turn around. I think this is the time when we eat the fairy, so we get bashed by Spire Shield, eat the fairy, and then Spire Spear hooks us. Or maybe we turn around, use the panic button to survive, and then probably Spire Spear takes the fairy. Let's see, so he's doing 60, which means this is his, I guess he's smashing again, so it's 38 unmodified. Wait, why is it 60 now? Am I vulnerable or something? Oh, he's got 2 strength, okay. So he's hitting for 40 unmodified. Panic button plus footwork blocks for 33. With the plated armor, we'd survive at 1. And then Spire Spear takes our life. It doesn't seem terrible. How do we turn around, though? I guess it's Bane. Okay. Because I need the poison, right? Okay. Yeah, we're surviving at 1 because of the plated armor here, which is a yikes for sure. They are both buffing, which gives me just the opening I need to continue to have ineffective turns. Catalyst? One time? No. No catalyst. Are we eating another fairy? This is unfortunate. We can't do anything about it. Oof. Okay, there's fairy number 2. Finally got the catalyst, and he's got the explosion effect, so he's going to kill Spire Spear here. I'm presuming a catalyst is enough. 17, yeah, 50 something. Throw another. Oh wait, he doesn't have the explosion. Oh, he does. Now he's got it twice. Okay, sure, whatever. Strike charges the thing. All right. Wish I had that pantograph. Hey, Noxious Fumes. Wow, you're way late, but welcome to the party, I guess. Yeah. We got all the poison on turn 1. I think I am gonna Corpse Explosion Catalyst on turn 1. Because we have got to move. So I think we're just gonna take 6 beat damage and Corpse Explosion Catalyst, Noxious Fumes. Hopefully the next Catalyst will be bigger. Preventative Leg Sweep would have been nice if I, like, could afford that, you know? Like, I just needed to Corpse Explosion that turn, and Leg Sweep was in the way. This turn looks fine, though. Looks like we're doing okay here. Still taking quite a bit of damage, but... I guess I'll Adrenaline. I hope this draws a skill. He's already weak, so Crippling Cloud isn't doing anything super mega special. Do we Catalyst now? Is it enough? It seems like it's not enough. We go up to, like, 70, or I guess we go up to 89. It's quite a bit. But we can do Crippling Cloud first. Let's see, we need to survive this turn before we do other stuff. And that means we need to be at, effectively, 31. It's the minimum. This heals for something. And it looks like we're going to need to find more, so let's go find more. Void. We've already lost the energy to the Void, I believe, as soon as you draw it, even if you discard it. So we do want to keep it in hand. And I think this is us dying. I think there's not enough here. Yeah. Alright, well, let's go with Blaze of Glory. Really fast. Poison setup on the heart. Getting 109 on turn 2. If we were able to save those two fairy in bottles, we definitely, I think, could have killed the heart. But getting both fairies eaten in the Spire Elite fight was 100% what killed us. No, so BMod, it looks like Void only removes the energy after you choose to keep it in the hand, but it's actually not how it works. If you click the card and discard it, it'll remove the energy and then discard it, and then you get to draw it again. Yeah, we just drew phenomenally poorly on turn 1 of the Spire Elite fight. There's just nothing you can do about that, right? Like, this deck had as many survival tools as you could cram into a deck, basically. We were offered a second footwork, and we turned it down for something. So maybe if we'd had a second footwork, we would have been able to survive that fight with less pain. But we just drew horribly in the Spire Elite fight and got punished. Pretty unfortunate, because it was a pretty fun deck. We did Sacred Bark Alchemized stuff. We had Snecko's Skull and double Catalyst Plus. Pretty fun, but, you know, a little bit fragile, and Act 4 took us apart.